right, let's click start stream. So it says we should be live. Now I just got to make sure the audio, people can hear us on the other end. But technically it's a live mic, so whatever y'all chat about, people will hear.
Oh, okay. All
All
right.
right, awesome.
I never know. Are we on break for One Piece after this?
Yes.
Yeah, until this was the last chapter of the new year, of this year until the new year. Yeah.
Oh, I thought I saw something that we were going to get one on like the 29th or the
Nah.
28th.
I think
Was
it's
I
like
wrong?
it's like the end of the year.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's December 8th. I hope we get at least one more.
One more. Well, like we have Jump Festa coming, so.
Oh, that's right. We get announcements of upcoming projects.
Yeah, that's the 21st and the 22nd.
People are hyping up like JJK season 3 for like info, and I'm like, guys, get your fucking hopes up. That's going to be a nothing burger. I promise.
That's going to be a nothing burger.
I have not read, okay, but I will just say that before I was excited, and then everyone kept spoiling between the end of season 2 and today. Now I can thoroughly say I am not fucking excited because people ruined the shit out of it for me. I don't give a fuck about JJK anymore.
Oh no, don't say that. I feel like there's just
Danny
like a lot of
that.
Well, you know what it is like I feel like I know some of the stuff like you've been spoiled of, but like you weren't spoiled with everything. Like there's still a lot to like look forward to.
Listen,
perhaps.
Like
I don't
anime
know
in the
about
chat
that
was
way.
good, y'all. They said got Mel the goat. They said you got a potty mouth, Mel. Come on.
I do.
It's okay. Listen, we are rated PG-13 over here. Sometimes R.
Okay, great. Then I'm in the right zone. Yeah, no, I'm just really bad about the whole way that JJK like spoiling happened. I'm actually very, very concerned that Don is going to start going that way because people are going like ape shit with the panels now.
Yeah. I've been seeing a lot of panels coming out of like upcoming events.
Listen, it's hard being into JJK, which like I was trying to like get Dane to understand that for a while now since we kind of first started the podcast because I've been anime only, but then I decided to catch up. But he's always been reading, so I'm like kind of knowing all those details. And once I binge through and everything I was spoiled about, it kind of takes everything away from the series because for JJK to me, unlike a One Piece or so far Don or things like that, or even Kagurabachi, the journey means more than the outcome, where I feel like in JJK, the outcome means more than the journey.
I see. I mean, I don't really love the art style enough to make sense of what's going on in JJK anyway, so I'm hoping like the anime provides value just in terms of like visual clarity.
Yeah, I think it will, for sure. I think they do a really good job of like putting things in a perspective and adding to the background.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what you want out of any adaptation. That's why Dandadan's doing so good right now, is because like they put that extra sauce in and not like the Blue Lock effect where you're literally just seeing the manga panels stitched together.
The manga panels have more action than the anime does.
For sure. More.
I mean, I don't know any better as a non-reader of Blue Lock either, but like I am still enjoying the anime. I'm here for the,
Thank you so much for saying that.
It's not about the. It's not about how it looks to me, bro. Like it's Flash and all that stuff. Like great animation, like that. I've been an anime fan way too long, and that's not gonna be what's gonna make me fall in love with it. I really fuck with what's going on in Blue Lock right now.
I love this.
I'm really fucking with it.
I think you're missing out though. You're missing out immensely.
I believe you.
Though.
100% believe you. 100% believe you. But
I'm so happy to hear that you can still take in the story though and absorb what you're supposed to. From the story.
Oh yeah, when Rayo, that's his name, purple hair.
Yeah.
When he showed up this past episode that just came out yesterday, I was like, I ain't even mess with you like that. But now I kind of see the appeal because when
I like Rio,
that was a good moment.
Yeah,
he's a fun character.
Because I was confused when I think it was P when we had him on. He was like, "Yeah, I like Rio," and I was sitting here like, "Rio."
Yeah.
He be sipping, and now I saw this past episode.
He's been growing on me a lot. Rio's been growing on me a lot. I think this episode had probably one of the best animated sequences in this season when Shindo takes the shot. That's probably the best thing that they've animated all season. Everything else has just been like PowerPoint presentation.
Yeah. I could be convinced to read once this season is over. I'll say that. I could be convinced. Then we can start. We can start.
Keep watching.
We can start.
100% will.
We can start our own U20 group stream or whatever. We'll have
my God.
anime. All 5 of us will just be on. We'll do our own thing.
More like U40, bro.
U40. Damn.
I mean, yeah, that sounds about right.
That's crazy.
U40 is right.
I was like, fuck. I don't have a U35.
No.
U35 could work.
U35, bro. Cut us some
U35
slack,
could
bro.
work.
U40 go crazy.
Oh,
Rec
shit.
League. But I mean, we've been yapping. What's going on, y'all? Thank you for everybody who's checking out the stream. We are here doing One Piece chapters 1132 and 1133. We did not do 1132 last week because Danny had some life changes going on. He was moving.
It's been stressful.
Nothing too crazy. He's just been moving.
Nothing. Okay. I was gonna milk it.
Oh, he's gonna milk it? He's gonna put sauce on it?
I was gonna make up a whole story. Thought you was gonna let me cook, but I guess not.
Oh, my fault, bro. I feel like we was yapping so long. People came here for a specific thing, and we have a guest, so we don't want to take too long. A special guest back again, Mel. What's going on?
Hey, thanks for having me back. I'm really excited. I'm gonna just say, full disclosure for anyone who's watching the stream right now, I cannot promise that I won't live cry on camera, but I'm gonna try my best.
Listen, as our resident Nico Robin simp over here.
Damn.
Listen, when I read the chapter and I texted our group chat for 1133, and I was glazing. The glaze I was handing out was immaculate.
Yeah, it looks like a Krispy Kreme in there.
I don't think anybody has glazed that well in 2024 than what I did in that chat, bro. I was ODing. And I know I was ODing. Like, I was cognizant, but I was like, I had no other emotions to say. I was like, bro. We'll save it, though. We'll save it, though.
I'm so, everyone keeps putting in their captions, this broke me. And I'm not going to lie to you.
Don't do it. We'll save it, bro. Just save it. We're not even there yet. We got sold at 1132 because you was too busy being an adult.
Sorry.
Adulting is hard, man.
Yeah. But Danny, you want to take the cover page for chapter 1132?
Okay. Here we have titled Adventure in Elbaph. Ogre Child Yamato's Golden Heart. Yo, I'm so sick and tired of saying that title. It's so long.
Because now it's like they dragging it. Like, where are we going, y'all?
It's too much. It needs to end.
Oh, what is this? 19? Volume 19 of this?
Yeah,
no.
This is cover page 19.
Come on. No. Udon Castle under reconstruction at the quarry. Cool. Glad to see it.
Damn.
You know what it is? It's I want more info on who's over here stealing shit. I don't need to know the areas of Wano that are being constructed.
They stole, what was it? Yamato's sword or something,
Yes.
or one of the swords, and then they were just out with the story. We don't care about it
People
anymore.
are getting kidnapped. Okay, where are those people?
I'm crying. Y'all came here to cook today. Oh my god.
And the guy who got kidnapped was the old man who was the head of the construction thing that was with Frankie. He got kidnapped. Who's building the building? Who's supervising?
Talk about it, because honestly, these Yamato panels are killing me now. I thought we were gonna get substance. I'm so sorry.
I'm over it.
Yeah.
I thought we were gonna see her fight someone.
I hope that 1133 is the last, because it's the end of the year. We can go into the new year with something fresh, please.
We definitely are not. You know this is going to at least volume 30. Because how long was the Mads backstory?
Couldn't tell you. No, I think that was 12.
No,
but there was another one that was really long though, and I can't remember which one it was, and it really started to piss me off. It was
Jinbei's, I think. No,
it was something else where it was a character that I didn't.
Let me look it up.
I don't know. There was one though, so much so that my husband doesn't really complain about the cover pages. And one day we're both reading, and he's like, "Man, I'm really tired of this shit. When are they going to change the story? It's been 5 months now."
From the Decks of the World, 48 installments.
That sounds like Frank Jinbei.
I
don't know.
I don't even know what this is. This is from.
We might get a new cover.
Volume 62 to 68.
That's not that many.
Yeah.
That's only 8. This shit's 19.
Yeah, this is in the 600s. So.
Maybe we'll get a cover story announcement in Jump Festa.
Yeah.
That would be nice.
Probably not.
Nah, it's gonna go on for a while.
All right, getting into page 1, we start off with a ship coming up to port. It's the Great Eric. Woo! someone yells for the ship. We see that little kid that was hanging around Shanks before saying that the giant pirates have arrived. His mom's saying, "Isn't that great? What took them so long?" Little kid, child of elbaph, Colin. That's how right, Colin.
Yeah.
Colon.
All right, because my brain,
I put colon.
right? That's what I thought.
I don't know. I feel like Cullen sounds like correct.
Colon.
Cullen. We're really about to get into the technicality of this guy's name, huh?
No, never mind.
Okay, let's move on.
Cullen, hey captains, are you gonna drink at the pub? And here we got, what's that, Dory or Brogy?
Dory is with the beard, I believe.
Okay. Would you put money on that?
Shit.
Would you put money on that though?
Dory is the one with the long beard. Dory is the one with the long beard.
Put money on it.
Oh, but he cut his long beard though. No, he still has it, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, Dory is the one with the black beard. Broggy is the one with the blonde beard.
Cool. I'm glad we cleared that up. All right, Broggy.
I can't tell if you're messing with me now.
I'm not. I swear. I really didn't know who was who. All right, Broggy's holding up his arms in an X symbol, and everyone's going, "Aw, oh no, they're not going. They're going straight up. Oh, they are. That's smart. If they've got Gus with them, once they start drinking, they'll be here for 3 whole days."
Facts.
If you're going up to the Sun World, then I've got Ripley's favorite here, and a bit of Daddy's favorite too. Wow, thanks. Do you know about the pirate that Captain Dory and Brogy are bringing here? He was just named one of the 4 emperors. Even Captain Redhair was talking about him. And here we're seeing a little flashback panel of Shanks with those black eyes. Don't forget this name. Mugiwara no Luffy. Okay, I'm off. Hey, kid, tell the captains we'll deliver the snacks for their feast later. Yeah, sure. And then here we got Harujin yelling, "Look, it's the great Eric. Our timing's perfect. The rainbow's just touched down. Let's ride their coattails." Huzzah, man.
Huzzah. This is a good first 2 pages. It was fun. Yeah. I don't trust Shanks though.
I guess. I don't know. He's been missing from the story so long, and there's been so much talk about just Shanks in general being absentee that I'm kind of like indifferent about Shanks at this point.
Yeah.
Oh, I know he's going to come back into the story. And when he does, it's going to be crazy.
It'll be good. But at this point, I just feel really indifferent. Why would they be drinking for 3 days? It's just the alcohol content or the alcohol like percentage in their beer just too low for giants.
They're giants, yeah. I mean, think about the Flash. The Flash, he couldn't drink too much. Well, he had to drink a lot.
But then you'd think that they'd make beer with higher alcohol like percentage because they're giants.
They gotta ferment.
They might not have the technology. These people are Stone Age.
They got mad technology.
They're not Stone Age. They're fairy tale-esque.
Yeah,
okay,
bro.
Yeah.
It's basically an isekai. We got
That's
isekai
what it feels
elbaph.
like.
That's true.
That's what it feels like.
Yeah.
I don't know. I still have hopes for Shanks because, again, my theory is that Shanks will be the final villain of this arc. The arc. And villain is a loose term.
Arc?
The antagonist.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, the antagonist of this arc.
Okay.
Now, I'm not going to say villain. You're right. The antagonist.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Mel, you want to take the next 2 pages?
All right. All right. So it opens up to a larger spread with a beautiful rainbow. A rainbow. It's so pretty. What a huge rainbow. I wonder if it's raining on the other side. Below, there's a snapshot of the straw hats that are on the ship. I've never felt a rainbow so close before. Bonnie's like, it's really bright and solid. Are they supposed to be visible at this angle? It's such a mysterious and beautiful sight every time I see it. And then I guess Broggy.
Yep.
Okay, wonderful. Is that wondrous to you? We draw these with these painters. Okay. Draw them. You mean you can create that? You created that rainbow? But of course. We're nearing the foot. Ready to go, captains? Oops. You ought to grab onto us, says Broggy. And then Dory is like, this ship's gonna go vertical. Huh? Says one of the straw hats. Vertical? Why? Ah! Hey, wait! Ah, what's happening? Time to go up. I guess we didn't explain this yet, did we? The elbaph villages are on the top of the tree. So we go right up this rainbow to get there, and we'll have a grand feast when we arrive. No, not that part. Explain the rainbow. What is the ship riding on? Rainbows are created by refraction of light passing through raindrops. Blah, 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 blah. What nonsense are you saying? You can ride on rainbows. You can?
I was not ready for your gabba. I can't even hold that in. I was like, nah, I'm weak.
Yeah, this whole situation I can't like even process. Like, I read that word painters like a ton of times, and I was like,
painters.
What is that?
Yeah.
What is that? And it's like a rock.
It's a prism, I think.
Yeah. So I guess it could be the prism that people like use in science to see like the refractions of light.
Yeah.
But because elbaph is a fairy tale, they can use it to draw in the sky.
I was thinking about that girl from Little Garden, Miss what was her name? Not Miss Merry Christmas. Miss Merry Christmas was the mole lady.
Valentine's Day?
The one the little girl, the one that was
the one who's a painter.
Yeah. Because she was able to like make things come to life in a way.
Right.
One of the Baroque Works agents. That sucks. I have to think about so
Miss Golden Week.
Miss Golden Week. There we go.
Okay.
I could be wrong, obviously.
I mean, it's an interesting theory because it's just the stone. Honestly, like my brain can't even fathom why and how they're able to do this, especially in the sky, and for you to be able to ride on it. Like whose response was it about the refraction of light? I'm like, that was my thought. I was like, ooh, what a pretty rainbow. This must be due to all the water that's coming off the tree, and it must be causing a refraction of light. That's really cool. And they're like, we're gonna ride it, and I'm like, huh?
Like it's a knock-up stream in Skypiea.
Yeah. Wait, can you ride that? Like, can you use that thing anywhere? Or do you think you can only use it on elbaph?
I mean, that's a great question, because I'm assuming you could take that stone anywhere.
Yeah, right. Because Brogy over here is like, is it really that wondrous to you? Like, yeah, bro, have you been using this anywhere? Otherwise, like, if you have, then I'm sure the government would have like fought you guys for that prism thing. Also, now that I'm realizing it, Brogy's holding it like this, even though in reality it's probably the size of a person. So it's probably huge.
Yeah. Well, you got to remember, the government can't just don't be trying to deal with elbaph. So you can't say that all willy nilly like the government.
Not elbaph, but like Dory and Brogy were over in the East Blue chilling for like the longest time.
They didn't know they were there.
Yeah.
Nobody knew they were there.
Bro, like almost 100 years, they were just like throwing hands. Like no reports or whispers of giants in the East Blue ever came out.
Yeah. No, I mean, but
it doesn't matter. I'm not trying to deep
the size of it. Yeah. I think just the size of it alone means that nobody else could have used it but giants.
True. It would have been stationary at least.
Yeah. And I don't think anyone could even draw a rainbow of that size anyway, because they aren't big enough to reach the sky.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, and then also back to the other point, just to quickly wrap that up. For Little Garden, people didn't go there because they would die because they couldn't live long enough to when the log poles would reset when they could swim away. So usually that's why all those human bones were there every time. So there wasn't really, nobody knew they were there. That's why their bounty was so frozen for so long. So
okay, look, I did not remember that little fun fact, that little tidbit.
Listen, man, I've been through One Piece 3 times. I watch YouTube videos all day. I go on TikTok. Listen, I do this.
I'm really happy to see the Straw Hats over here, like taking elbaph in. You have Lilith like with her hand up. Just, it's like he's seeing this for the first time. All the Straw Hats, and then Bonnie. I'm so happy Bonnie's like there with them.
I'm loving this, bro. Like the Bonnie and Lilith for Straw Hat agenda, I'm here for it, bro. Like this moment, like seeing this as part of the crew, and granted there's going to be another panel we're going to get later on, I'm like, this is dope. Like I think this is a good like final set of people, but that's just my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how long Lilith will be with them, since Vegapunk's got his whole like thing in the sky thing going on, and eventually going to start working with Weatheria or something like that. Yeah. Like I think she's gonna have to report to the mothership at some point.
Yeah. All right.
So like that also leads me to believe like where's Kuma? Is Kuma just like on the ship? And don't tell like I hope Oda gives us a flashback of like Lilith with Bonnie and Kuma just trying to explain like where his consciousness is right now. Like is he there? Is he not?
Yeah, I feel like we need some consolidation on his story because they gave us a lot, and
Yeah.
he came in, kind of
Did
shocked
we
everybody, and
did
then
we
they all
ever
got
get a
shit.
reason as to why Kuma even got to Egghead Island and knew that Bonnie needed him?
Well, that was just Vegapunk just said that's just the last like human like kind of
Yeah,
will that was left in
The
him to
Will of
do that.
Fire?
Yeah, essentially, like I don't think me personally, I don't need anything else more from that. Like I took that was the last thing he was able to do to
yeah,
reunite from them.
All
Getting
right.
anything more from like the story got to wrap up, my G. Like I
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
need
I get
anything
it. I
yeah.
more.
get it.
I don't think we were gonna get like a very reasonable, logical explanation. It was just very emotionally tied, and then that was it.
Yeah,
So
like
is
we got
his dead body just like in the ship? Or did
I
they cast it
mean,
overboard?
I remember last they saw it, he was just kind of like limp, and Bonnie was hugging him. He was like
Yeah.
yeah.
completely immobile. I don't think he's able to move.
Well,
Now,
no, remember they were watching the sunset together or something, like
well,
taking it all in, and he was like
he wasn't.
smiling.
I mean, that's like a was he smiling type thing. I think like
It
I
was,
think it's
yeah.
supposed to be up to like
Eh,
interpretation. You know what I mean? Like yes, visually we could see that he's smiling, but like it doesn't mean that he really is smiling. You know what I
Okay.
mean? It could be like kind of like a metaphorical type of visual thing that's happening. But I mean, how much more? I don't need anything more, bro. We got so much Kuma backstory. I don't need anything else. I'm done. Like,
All right.
let's move on. All right.
I'm still holding out that the problem child is Esper, who is Kuma's actual consciousness.
interesting.
Yeah.
I haven't heard
I'm
that.
still holding on to it.
All right.
All right. So next 2 pages, we get an image of the Great Eric and another random ship going up the rainbow. Now we're really riding on it. Pause. Yeah. It's a tailwind. Perfect rainbow sailing weather. There's no resistance to the flow. So once you rode a bit, the rainbow carries you the rest of the way. I bet Luffy and the others will lose their minds when they see this. I think I lost my mind already. Yeah, me too. Ow. Also, can we also say shout out to the GOAT for retiring.
Oh yeah.
Good health. Good health to what was his name again? Let me make sure.
Kazuki Yao.
Yes, Kazuki Yao. I saw the picture of like what he looks like now. Man.
Yeah, man, he looks tired. I think it's good that he's retiring to just focus on like his health and
Yeah.
life.
Like
Let someone else take up the mantle.
Mhm.
things will not be as super without
Yeah.
you, man. Also Bon Clay too. So shout out to him, really did his thing. It always makes me worry, especially even that's why I'm really impressed by how much lines Luffy's voice actor Mayumi Tanaka has in Dandadan. Because I also know she's mad, like old, you know what I mean? So I'm always
Yeah.
like, damn, son, like how she got the time to do this? Like had to do all of this and do One Piece, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
I
she
think
was.
it helps that One Piece is on break for like 6 months. I don't know if maybe that allowed her to like uptake it. Maybe this is something they were discussing way ahead of time. Because that's what I was thinking about. I was like, she doesn't take on projects. Like if you check her history, it's mostly One Piece and like
Damn.
maybe very quiet pieces in between where she's taken other stuff. But like her history, like her filmography, it's like it's not short, but it's not diverse.
Yeah.
Dandadan must have been a real important passion project for her.
I mean, I'm glad she's on
I don't
it.
know
I
about
love,
passion
I love,
project.
I love her as Turbo Granny.
No,
That's so funny.
she's great. I had no idea Turbo Granny would be implemented into being the little money cat doll. So once that became the thing, I
Oh,
said,
right. You're not reading it. That's
I don't read it. So I told Danny already after watching this past episode, I was like, I think that like Don Don could end up being like in my top 10 anime like of all time. In this first season alone. I still don't know if I'm going to read it. I really am enjoying just the anime only experience. I pick and choose kind of my battles with that. Like I'm not eager to see more right away, but I don't know how the last episode of the season is going to be. I can only say that for
So
now.
here's what I will say. Watch the first season, read from the beginning, because I think that Dandadan as a whole is a completely different experience, anime and manga. Tatsu Sensei's illustration work is masterful.
I agree.
Okay. Well, you did get me the first volume, so I do own it physically, so I can always.
Oh yeah, I
check
forgot
it
about
out
that.
there.
Yeah, if you read the first volume, you'll understand what I'm talking about. If you don't read like beyond season 1, I think it should be fine. But I think that people should see both because the experience is very, very different.
Yeah, I think that it like aids to the air of.
Danny, you got a window open?
I did. I do. Yeah, that cop, he literally he pulled right up to my apartment.
I'm like, damn, bro. I was like, they in your crib?
I'm also on the second floor.
Damn, too close to the ground. Too close to the ground.
I think that the artwork in Dandadan really like aids to the air of creepiness that is in his artwork. Like there are some panels that were in season 1 that when you see it in the manga really like solidify that. I think like even with like the aliens and everything, like in that first episode, that one scene, it's a little more creepy and scary in the manga. Where like because there's just so many colors that they use in the anime. Like the scene with the crab when they were chasing him, like everything was like red. Yeah. But when you read it, it's just a lot creepier.
Chiquitita.
Oh, that thing is so funny.
All right, let me finish. We got sidetracked.
Sorry.
So we got Bonnie and Robin, Kawaii looking over the ship. Wow, it's like sailing on a sea of colors. Even the sparkly sound it makes is pretty. There are so many things still to learn about the world. Time to ship out Bink's brew. They gonna start singing now? Hey, Captain Dory Broggy, is Straw Hat there? So we see Hajrudin and I forgot what the other dude name is.
Yeah. I have no idea.
Not Goldberg, right? Goldberg is the...
No, Goldberg's the chef.
Yeah. Is Straw Hat there? Well, whose ship is that, Hajrudin? And Stanson. They said it right there. Shit. Ow. It's been a while, Hajrudin. Good to see you, bud. Cyborg. I see. So Straw Hat's coming a bit later. We hunted a moose just for him. Moose is tasty stuff. I'm getting hungry already. You just see a bunch of like sparkling as they go down the rainbow. That's ridiculous. That's crazy. The fact that it's just like a bunch of like shing, 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 shing noises. Only if there's leftovers. This is for the Straw Hat crew. Yeah. Fair enough.
It's just so crazy to see them riding a rainbow. Like, what is going on?
It looks like water still, though.
Yeah.
Like I don't know how to put it. Like I feel like it's one of those pretty rivers like at Disney, and you're like in a swan or something.
Yeah. This is fantastical stuff. I feel like Oda is really putting in a lot of work for Elbaph, more than he has for any other island, especially the more stuff that we're gonna end up seeing like as we go on.
I mean, I think the hype was just too high that I think he just was like, gotta go in this like real hot.
Listen, I genuinely believed. I mean, I said it with all my heart. Me and Danny talked about it mad time. I was like, I thought maybe he wouldn't come here. I genuinely thought.
Yeah, you did. You were on that train for a while.
And I wasn't insane. Listen, Grand Line posted the whole thing. I saw that he posted it. And then Oda really was thinking about not coming here.
Yeah, I remember him posting something like that.
So I wasn't like pulling it out my ass. I was just like, okay, we had the Big Mom backstory. So like I could see that being enough to hold us over. But also like I'm not used to Oda giving this much detail to a country. Because even Dressrosa, like I feel like I still don't really know much about Dressrosa. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. If anything, just the geography from all the aerial shots we got from the birdcage closing in.
Yeah. Like there's the big Dressrosa Island, and then there's the thing where the little people are.
Yeah.
The Tontatas. There we go. All right. Danny, you want to take the next 2 pages?
Yeah, let's get into it. All right. Now we're cut into the rope bridge connecting the underworld and the sun world, and we're hearing some screaming. The Sunny. Hey, yo, that's our ship. Both of them from Goldberg and Gerd is her name. You must be Luffy. Oh, he's so cute. I love little humans. Oh, but I'm not like him. I'm not like that weirdo Roto. I don't want to lock you up. I just want to be friends. Gerd, that's not really the point right now. Oh, sorry. I know all about you. You were brought here against your will, and that's because of that weirdo I know against my will. I'm sorry about that. Oh, you mean that bonehead guy? Yeah, she's funny. You mean that bonehead guy? You just flew up from the underworld. Did you fall down from here? Don't tell anyone about meeting me or our little promise. You got that, Luffy? That is hey, it's too cold to be sweating that much. Don't worry about it, man. We're just glad that you're all right.
Yo, bro,
Luffy's hilarious.
Dude was like, "How do I lie?"
He can't lie. Poor man.
I love that little that character trait about him. He's just such a bad liar.
Bro, can I say the disrespect to the Sunny just being casually carried, bro, like all over the place.
Casual. Oh, okay, casually. Like you wanted to hold it with more grace.
Well, I mean, like, damn, bro, the ship is DK mad big, and now all of a sudden, like, we just carrying the Sunny around like it's an Amazon package.
Yeah, but he's a giant.
I get it. It's just crazy.
How many times have they lost the Sunny versus Gold Mary?
Oof.
Oh no, the Sunny gets abused.
I know, right?
The Sunny gets abused.
But I guess because it's made from the Atom Tree, cool. But it's actually absolutely crazy how many times they've lost the Sunny.
Yeah, the Mary was just physically abused. The Sunny is more like neglected.
Yes.
Yeah. It definitely already has a Cloud Batterman with it, just so that it can like find its way back to the crew because it's already getting lost.
Yeah, definitely. What do you guys think that the deal that Luffy and Loki made though is?
I think the deal is like Loki agreed to join the crew. I think that Luffy was like, I don't want you to beat another rival of mine. Like I can do that on my own. Like I want you to join the crew. And Loki's like, all right, sure, I'll join your crew, even though like he thinks he knows it's not going to happen because he's like, can't beat me. That's what I think it is.
I feel like he probably tasked Luffy to look for something maybe in heaven. I don't know if they'll make it to like level heaven or whatever. What level did they call that? Or have we reached that?
They're in that was the underworld.
Okay, yeah. So they were in the underworld. Then there's
the sun area, yes. And then there's heaven after that. They didn't explain it yet though. They're about to.
Okay. But yeah, so I feel like he tasked him maybe to go look for something.
Wait.
Well, yeah, he told him to like go look for a key to unlock it.
But Danny, that doesn't feel out of character for you though, that Luffy would accept somebody joining his crew like this. Like Luffy just don't be just taking people on his crew.
That's how he kind of like asked Brook. He got a good feeling from Brook, and he's like, "I need you to join my crew."
I think it was because it was
that's extremely
skeleton.
Different.
I think
that
it was
because
it was a
different.
talking skeleton. That was very different.
Well,
yeah, like
that's my theory.
I don't know if you're misremembering. But like that was like oh my god, a skeleton! Yo, join my crew. Like he was like that was when Luffy was in his bag. Like somebody saying, "Let me join your crew," or "I'll join your crew." Somebody demanding it. That's never happened. Like Luffy is not.
No, he's didn't Yama? That's not what I'm saying. That Loki did. No, but he accepted her as a crew member. But Loki, that he's just saying like, "I'll do something for you if you do this for me."
Yeah.
And Loki said, I'll take out a pirate rival crew of mine. And Luffy's like, no, I don't want you to do that.
Okay.
I want you to join my crew.
I just wanted to figure out your wording because you said join. He said he would join the crew. That's why I'm like, oh, what?
No, I'm saying like he agreed to Luffy's offer to join the crew. But if he does it for him, even though Loki has no intention of doing that.
No, Luffy didn't offer to. I guess I don't know. I'm like,
we don't know what Luffy. We don't know what Luffy agreed to, but he agreed to something.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Mel, you want to take the next 2 pages?
Yep. All right, so now we see some trees, and it shows Elbaph's Sun World 2nd level. Now I found you, at last. Come back to me, my perfect little live dolls. Eek! Quickly, before everyone else finds out. I have to lock you up more securely than before, so I can keep you for life, my ultra rare Nami and ultra rare Chopper. Defufufufu. Huddy boop? What? I don't believe it. Even animals wouldn't fall for that trap. Oh, geez. You overdid it, Zoro and Sanji. We can't get in trouble. We didn't touch him. Let's get going. I want to see the land of giants now, says Sanji. Curses, you tiny humans, Roto is complaining. Huh? there he is, and the Straw Hats are there too. That sounds like my ultra rare Jerd. Perhaps she has come to rescue me. Stop right there, Roto, you freak.
Yo,
Yo.
this whole like that whole first page where he's like, quickly before everyone else finds out. Like all I was hearing in the background was that Law and Order SVU soundtrack. Like someone get this man off the street. Like before, when Gerd was talking shit about him, like, oh my god, he's such a weirdo. He's like the shame of elbaph. I'm like, all right. I mean, I guess he kidnapped people and like did a whole like exhibit, but like now that like I see him in. When I see him in this light, I'm like, oh no, he's weirdo vibes,
bro.
Yeah.
They hit him with the combo move that Kaido and Big Mom did. the Hikaku sovereignty joint.
Dude, that man's dead.
I mean, that panel is pretty epic when they both come through.
Yeah, I like that Sanji and Zoro also like haven't been like bickering a lot really in this arc. They've been pretty chill.
So far, they've been pretty chill. I kind of appreciate that. As much as I like their banter, sometimes it just gets a little bit exhaustive. And I know One Piece is about like that overdone gag, but the gag between like Zoro and Sanji, sometimes I'm just like, is this the right time though? There's always a good time for it, and other times it's just like let's progress the story.
Like guys, they don't real life hate each other. You know what I mean? Like. It's just they messing around. So I like the fact that Zoro cut down this tree and then like Sanji's like basically holding it down. It seems like.
Yeah, I guess so.
I'm not sure how it happened exactly, but it's like a rabbit trap essentially.
Yeah, I think that's why they made the reference that animals wouldn't fall for it.
Well, the anime I'm sure will show us more.
Yep.
In like a year and a half.
Yeah, now we have to wait a while.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
when you put it in a perspective like that, because we still have to finish Egghead. There's a lot that happens.
Yo,
they should have never started Egghead.
Anime? Oh yeah.
I don't think they should have. I think they should have taken the break before Egghead.
I could see why, yes, but I think that Wano left a bad taste in a lot of anime only watchers' mouth as a total.
Right. That's fair.
That I think that would have been dangerous. You know what I mean? Like even though it ended like good, but we all experienced Wano and we know like the drudges of Act 3 and then like dealing with like the shenanigans of Act 2 with the Big Mom amnesia. So I think Egghead put a lot of reinvigoration back into the One Piece fan base for the anime.
Okay. I mean, that's fair. I just think that like the work that they did, and then for them to say, all right, we're taking a 6-month break.
I mean, they stopped at a good part, though. I'll say that. This was if you're going to stop anywhere in Egghead, stopping right before going back. Because when you tell anime onlys that, like, yo, the craziest part of this arc hasn't even happened yet, they can't even understand.
Okay.
Well, we literally get Luffy versus Kizaru, like, right
after.
In probably 2 episodes.
Right, exactly. All right, yeah. I mean, that's fair. It's just like, as you said, by the time we get to elbaph, it's probably going to be 2026.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, 100%.
Probably the end of 2026.
Because it's taken, when the hell did Wano?
Bless you.
And bless you.
Thank you.
I'm trying to think when the hell did Egghead start. Egghead started in December, right?
2023?
December 2023?
Egghead? Really?
I feel like that's when it started, like December 2023, because I think that's when the theme song for Us was out. So then it ran for like basically like what, 7-8 months?
Wait, the Egghead arc of anime. Oh no. This is when it started. Fuck. I only found when it's supposed to start next year.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, whatever. All right. Well, let's start the next 2 pages, I guess. Sanji screaming, wow, a giant babe. Oh, my boy. Why I gotta be the first panel? I don't blame him, though. Now the evidence of our attack is gone. Good point.
Yo.
Hey.
That's like such a useless, like, why are they worried about that?
Hey, you guys. Luffy. The Sunny's here, too. Hello there. You must be the Straw Hat crew. I'm Gerd, and this is Goldberg. We're Hajrid's friends. Sanji just running through. You see Ro just hurt in the background. We'll see Luffy jumping off of Gerd. Usopp, Zoro there, Chopper, Nami. I'm so sorry you had to go through that scary experience. Don't worry, we'll be escorting you from here. Woo! So Gerd's gonna show us around? We didn't know what happened to us. Oh, I'll explain and make him pay for it. Then Luffy and Usopp, let's go, Usopp. The elbaph village is supposed to be on this level. Yeah, I can't wait to see it. Just go straight through these woods and you'll reach the clouds. Hitch a ride and you'll see the village. Let's go after them. And then we got it's interesting. It's like, who's this music note on? Is this on Zoro or Nami?
I would say Nami.
Yeah.
Nami for sure.
Okay, because I was confused at first. Because the heart, I was like, okay, we already know who that belonged to. Whoa, it's island clouds. Wait, what if they're not? She said we could ride them. Wow, they just jumping on island clouds? Okay, on the giant pirate ship. Once we pass these clouds, you'll see it. Elbaph has 3 levels. So this says astral, sun, and under, right? Which is interesting because I saw one that said heaven.
That was the fan translation. The fan translation was hell, sun, and heaven. This one they went underworld, sun world, and astral world.
All right. So starting from the top is the astral world, sun world, underworld. We live on the sun world where the sun's rays reach. There are a number of villages there. It's too big to see all of it at once. But that's our village over there. Wow. And then Nico Rhyme at the end. All right. How are we feeling about these 2 pages?
I just love getting an explanation of like the layers of the tree.
Exactly.
You know, I'm like, what is in the astral world? And is it really like the high point in what is that other entrance to Skypiea? The point of High West or something?
Oh man. Well, there's the knockup stream, and then there's the other way that's like the gate that goes through. I forgot what it's called though.
Well, no, but there's another entrance. Remember when they were like, "Oh, why didn't you?"
Yeah,
normally people come up the point of High West. I don't know. I'm wondering if that's this tree because clearly it's just enormous.
Yeah. I mean, I find it interesting between the fan translation and the official translation because when I saw Hell and Heaven, I was like, okay, I can understand it to an extent. Maybe heaven is where like the nobles maybe live and stuff like that. But then the official translation says astral. And astral just makes me think of like astral projection, like outside of body experience and stuff like that, which I guess could still be heaven in a sense. Like you're feeling, you're having an out of body experience.
100%. But I enjoyed these 2 pages. I'm enjoying this chapter simply because Straw Hat stuff. You know what I mean? Seeing the crew all together, like exploring, Oda bouncing back and forth between half the group and this group. It's just nice to like get these moments, especially after all the chaos of Egghead. You know what I mean?
I feel like
them taking their time.
I feel like this chapter like made me how are we pronouncing her name? Gerd. Yeah. I feel like I'm gonna stan her. She's so cute.
I love her.
Yeah, she seems really sweet.
Gerd is funny. She's sassy. She's a giant. I like her hair. I like her.
She looks like she low-key looks like a giant Nami.
Everybody looks like a Nami, I guess.
Except for Robin.
The curse.
They was killing Kimmy for saying that on our video because we had Kimmy watch the One Piece fan letter because she doesn't watch One Piece at all. But she was like, why that goth girl just look like another Nico Robin, and then the other girl looks like the other Nico Robin, and she was talking about Boa Hancock, and we were like, yeah, but like there's a couple people that don't look the same. There's Perona.
The very first like women designs that Oda had were different, and then came the time skip, and now everybody looks like Robin or Nami.
Yes,
unless you're ugly.
Unless
you're Big Mom.
Or any of her children.
There's OT.
Not any of them.
Not all of them.
There's OT.
Yeah, but her face has got mask.
Yeah, we haven't seen her face.
Smoothie.
I mean, I don't know.
Oh no, I don't know. There's the broomstick lady.
Brulee.
Charlotte daughter Brulee.
Oh my god.
Branch.
Branch, that's it.
All right, Danny, you want to take the next page?
Yeah. Oof. Easy work. Here we get a beautiful double page panel of what the elbaph village looks like. And here you have somebody screaming out, "Welcome to elbaph." Whoa! Then we have the narrator tuning in. To be in the presence of the gargantuan is to know emotion. Who can possibly put this sight into words that convey its grandeur? You guys, someday I'm going to elbaph, to the village of warriors. All right, Usopp, let's do it. Now you have Usopp bawling his eyes out and Luffy just staring ahead at that village, which just seems absolutely massive.
Bro,
This panel is so beautiful.
I mean, you got to be like a baby. You got to be like an ant, right?
Yeah. I mean, you have to, every panel now, I have to like zoom in to find the Straw Hats, like zoom all the way in.
Yeah, you look at the top left and they're mad small compared to like everything. This
gotta seem crazy.
Oda and his scaling. We already know Oda got a scaling problem, but
The scale,
at this point,
I can't imagine how like future chapters are going to be, because there's going to need to be like physical altercations and like interactions. So I'm just like, how are we going to work with this? The only way I can see this is Luffy going Gear 5 and Giant Nika for this to be proper scale.
Yeah. But I really think that Oda's doing a great job with the art right here. Like, this is him coming off the break. I think he really put in a lot of effort to everything here. I think it was really, really beautiful seeing just how long this journey's been for Luffy and Usopp. Like, that panel of them kind of made me a little emotional. I'm like, man, they and us have been, like, I know you hate Gambit, the Gambit rendition, but you know how long we've been waiting for this?
I don't hate it.
It's just interesting. Yeah, this is a very emotional panel, just like how detailed it is, how granular it is. You kind of need to zoom in to see like all of the tiny little details. Like initially it gives me Christmas Village vibes, but I guess it's very much like what do they call that region of Europe? Scandinavian, like regional like scape.
Okay. All right. And then we have the final page.
All right. So they show a bunch of the Straw Hats' faces and expressions, a lot of excitement. And this panel really took me by surprise because Sanji is not even paying attention. He's resting his head on.
He is asleep. The boy is asleep.
Bird's breasts. And I'm just like, huh.
Oh my God.
He's eating good, y'all.
Interesting choice, Oda. Interesting choice.
I mean, he's staying true to character.
He is, absolutely. But man, that's a little bit. Anyway, this is Elbaph, the Kingdom of Warlands. Narrator is basically narrating at this point, but most simplify the matter. And here we have someone on a cloud. I'm assuming is Luffy. Huh? Hey, Straw Hat. Oh, Luffy's group is here. We've been looking for you. Did you guys just get here? Glad we found you. It worked out in the end. And the narrator continues, but by just using the name Elbaph for the land of giants. Narration continues, plants, trees, vines, flowers, insects, fish, birds, and animal. What? Are you guys riding a rainbow? Elbaph rules! There's going like, in the background. Everything is breathtakingly huge. Adventurers do not regret your lost time here. And narration continues. However, if there's one message you can take away from my account of the gigantic and mystical land of Elbaph, let it be this word of warning. And someone in the background, I'm assuming is Luffy again, saying, let us on the ship. In the very last panel, just black with a doom. Do not overstay your welcome here. Lewis are not explorer.
Dong. Yo, that's exactly what I needed to hear to end this chapter. Don't stay too long because shenanigans will run amok.
Well, I want to say, I really, even though I brought it before with the whole who's part of the crew, but the panel to the right of this, I loved it. I was just like, oh, this like everybody's reaction shot.
Okay.
Because like they gave Luffy and Usopp their own one the page prior, right? But for this one, they have everybody else who's part of the group right now. I won't say the word crew, but Lilith and Bonnie is here too. So I think it's a really good shot.
That's pretty cool, actually. I also didn't realize that.
Yeah,
it's good to see both of their reactions, and yeah, group is a good way to put it because they're just traveling together. They're fucking around.
Yeah. Because sometimes I think because I haven't been reading as long as like most other people, and also like haven't been watching as long as most other people, I forget how long in context like Momo and Kinemon were like on the ship. So I'm pretty sure that they were part of like a lot of panels similar to this. So I don't want to get too carried away of like, this is the sign they're part of the crew.
Yeah, they're just here for the ride, hitching a ride. That last panel, I had to like Google this dude because I was like, why the hell does he sound familiar? And like another panel popped up from Little Garden, and I was like, oh, so this is the narrator that just comes up anytime something associated with elbaph and the Giants, because I think he's only been mentioned twice.
Yeah.
In like the story.
Yep. The Louis Arnott, he's the same dude that let them know about, the weird things about Little Garden from before.
Right.
And also, I don't know what's going on here, but I'm taking the words here specifically. Well, because I also one more detail I want to kind of get to here from that panel with like the shadowy figure. But it makes me believe that the warning here has to do something about maybe there's like a time variance or something in elbaph compared to the rest of the world. Like time just moves differently here.
I agree, because do not overstay your welcome here, because maybe time goes by differently here than outside. Maybe it goes slower.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, that could make sense. Maybe it attributes to the age of the Giants, not just the fact that they're Giants, but the fact that they reside on elbaph.
Because maybe that's why they, like you said, with the age-wise, maybe they're not actually hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years old on elbaph. Maybe it's like moves differently, and they were on Little Garden for 100 years, but like maybe it wasn't the same amount of time. I don't know. I'm not sure. It's something funky here.
Yeah, and maybe it goes back to the beginning where they were saying they'll sit here drinking for like 3 days. Maybe like the time lapse of 3 days is different there than on the outside.
I really wonder what it is.
So if I'm being selfish, because I did have this weird thought that the Straw Hats kind of need, at least in regards to a power scaling mindset. I don't power scale too much, but I was thinking like, I feel like the Straw Hats need kind of some type of time skip or something to train to be able to, and this is just I could be completely wrong. Doesn't the fighting and the power, Oda can do whatever he wants, right? I just feel like when it comes to the Blackbeard Pirates, Shanks crew, depending on who joins the rest of Cross Guild, and the Gorosei, our crew isn't really up to snuff right now for any of those people.
I mean, we saw that in Egghead, like kind of when they were struggling against the Gorosei, and they needed a lot of help. And I think for them to be able to, just stand as a crew and maybe like another member, they kind of need to get some upgrades, learn some new stuff in elbaph. Hopefully that's the case.
Yeah, Sanji needs to have a better understanding of his body and like what he can and can't do.
Yeah.
Zoro, I don't know. Maybe he just needs more time like mastering his Conqueror's hotkey.
I just want him to open his eye.
Ooh, do you think that there's something under there, or you think he lost
it? For the longest time, I think there's something under there. I don't think he lost it.
I think that's just it. I think Oda just said it looked cool.
I think that Mihawk told him, "Hey, train with one eye closed from now on," and Zoro just did it and never stopped and completely forgot.
Yeah,
I would 100% believe that.
Same, but I just want him to open his eye.
He'll be like, "Oh wow, this is so much better."
Since we didn't get a huge Zoro backstory, can he at least open his eye?
I feel like Oda's gonna be like, nah, nah. He just looks cool.
Yeah.
I won't bet on it. I'll say that.
Are we gonna talk about the shadowy figure in the second to last panel?
We have to. How do we finish off this review without
Yeah.
talking about who this mystery person is.
Who are we hoping it is? Because I'm sure we already have seen a lot of the theories that are
Let's
out
let,
there.
let's let Mel start.
I mean, I actually haven't looked at any theories that are out there.
Okay. Then
Okay.
who do you
I
hope
mean,
it is?
I had to zoom in a little. This
Uh-huh.
shadowy figure. You're talking about the one like right before the Doom one, right?
Yeah, next to
Yeah.
the right of the bear.
Yeah. So I was just like trying to look at it and I'm just like, I don't really know who this could potentially be. Like, obviously, I kind of think it might be the explorer in the past writing this thing. And they're showing him they're showing a
Oh.
snapshot of the time that he was there.
Of the time he was there. Oh, I thought you were
Hmm.
saying like that's him right now, present day, and
I
that
mean,
time's just gone by. So
I don't think I think like anything that he's written is in the past. How long in the past? I don't know. Maybe it's the recent, maybe it's way too far in the past. But
yeah.
I think that it might be him and they're giving us a snapshot as to who this narrator is, which is Louis Arnott.
Okay.
Okay.
Because only reason I don't know if it's that is because they did show this silhouette before when they were like drinking and waited. It seemed like they were preparing
Oh
for the
yeah.
Straw Hats to come to elbaph
Uh
a couple
okay.
of chapters
Oh yeah.
ago. So this is that same silhouette, the hat, the pointy hair, and everything like that. That leads to like who I think it may be. There's two people who I think it is. I feel like Danny is probably going to say one of the same names.
Mm.
It could be Golden Lion Shiki because we've gotten with Shiki yet.
I hope
Shiki
so.
was shown in a cover story with
Well,
what
we
was
don't
it?
know if that was Shiki.
Well, yeah,
It
we
was the
assume.
old man who was the doctor of Gold Roger's ship. He is with Laboon.
Yeah, I forgot his name. Damn it,
Crocus.
Crocus. There we
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
Well, he was DK shown with Crocus, right? With the same hat, same color hair.
Blonde
A
hair.
lot of the same color, like the clothes matched what his clothes were for the most part in the Strong World movie.
Hmm.
And Oda hasn't really given us too much with Shiki yet, and Shiki is
Hmm.
canon because we did also see him in the God Valley flashback.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
So he
I'm
could be
hoping it's
doing
him.
something with him. The other person I think it could be is Scapper Gabon
Okay.
Yeah.
from Roger's crew. I think that would be if it is Scapper Gabon, because Scapper Gabon does have similar hair. And I could see him maybe just wearing this hat just for shits and giggles, the
Yeah.
little straw hat thing. And I
And he
think that
dyed
would
his hair, I
help.
guess.
That he could potentially help our crew, since he's the third kind of like strongest from Roger's crew, get stronger, or like maybe
Mhm.
help Luffy get stronger the same way Rayleigh as a second command from Roger added. Maybe this could be the person to get us over the hump to train us. Maybe, who knows?
Okay.
Yeah, I could totally see that too. Scott Burgabon, and I like the theory where it said like Roger started off in the East Blue where his home is, motivated people there. Then Rayleigh is in the halfway point at Sabaody, right before you enter the New World. And now Scott Burgabon being like in Elbaph, which is more towards the end of the Grand Line. Just, there's someone at every checkpoint,
Hmm.
essentially.
Yeah,
So I like the idea of that too. I
Okay.
personally hope it's Golden Lion Shiki, just so that I don't know. I just think it's cool, honestly. I just love Shiki as a character and
yeah.
would love to see him again.
I think he'd be cool. I can't necessarily say what he would add narratively right now. Just because he doesn't seem, at least based on watching the movie and kind of like him being part of the Rocks Pirates,
Right.
I don't like. Could he be the antagonist? Why would he just be walking around? Shanks being there. There's a lot of things that lead to like that can debunk why it doesn't make sense for it to be Shiki,
Hmm.
and what it would add to the story and how it would make sense or what he
It
could offer.
honestly, yeah.
There's more
I
reasons to
just
like no than yeah, I guess.
It has to be
Okay.
somebody substantial because they were not substantial, but like yeah, like someone of like old age too, because they were having drinks with Crocus, so like they clearly know Crocus.
Hmm.
And I don't know. It has to be somebody. I don't think it's gonna be like a new character.
All right.
Mm. Okay.
All right. So, what are your final thoughts on this chapter and your ranking out of 10? Mel, you want to start with you?
10. I mean, I'll give it an 8 for just a lot of world building, just adding context to One Piece as a whole. Very beautiful panels. Very emotional, I think. Overall, I think it just adds to the universe.
All right,
Okay.
Danny.
I agree with a lot of the same statements. I think that the comedy in it was really good. Seeing a lot of the characters just interacting again, Bonnie, Lilith, Robin, Frankie, Jinbei. Like it's fun. The Rainbow Bridge was cool. I think I'm gonna give it like a 7.5.
Okay.
Yeah, it was cool. It was cool.
Yeah, for me, it's like I said, this is fun. I'm always a fan of seeing the Straw Hats kind of just like exploring. I like these exploring chapters. I don't need it to be, action all the time. So this is just fun stuff. Like you said, comedy, good panels, like really, really putting a lot of work into elbaph details. And also like Oda's really good at ending the chapter, making you want more. That's just the I want to say I want to say a 7, but maybe I might lean more towards an 8, just because I think Oda just really, really just did a good job with the art this time around and just keeping things concise. He didn't jump around too much. You know what I mean?
Right.
The double page spread was really impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So that was 11:32. We got that done in about an hour.
We yapped for a little.
We're always yapping, man. Always yapping. But we want to get into the next chapter, y'all. 11:33. Time for me to put on my glazing glasses. All right, let me pull it up real quick.
Corey and I have the same glasses. Fun fact.
Really?
I bought these not realizing.
Oh my God.
Simon is the name of the frame.
Yeah, when he said that, he was like, "Are those the Simon frames?" I said, "How do you know that?" He's like, "I have those." I was like, "For real?"
I don't like wearing my glasses when I film content. It like annoys me.
Oh.
I don't usually wear it, but like I was like, okay, this one is going to be a longer stream, so I needed to like look at the screen for this long.
Yeah.
My wee little 33 years old eyes don't work like that.
Oh my God. I get it. Your eyes do dry out from staring at the screen for a while.
Yeah. And then doing it while streaming is just like the worst. Regular recording, yeah, rock out. I feel you. But staring at the screen is like a different beast. All right. So let's get into chapter 11:33. I'll start us off, and then we'll cycle through Nanny, and then we'll cycle to you, Mel.
Let's do it.
Cover story again still continues.
Volume
Chapter 11:33. Nice things. Volume 20. Oga-chan Yamato's Golden Horror Circuit Pilgrimage. Hold them. Attacks. Drop your valuables.
All right. Holden's still doing his thing, being I don't know, scavenger.
Dude.
Yeah.
Oda, this is who you brought out.
Selena's on the ground.
This is who y'all brought out. Like, you got Speed over here looking cooked on fire. I don't know what's going on with Speed. Did the lion throw a fireball?
Yeah.
That's what the lion did? Literally cooked her. I was so not looking forward to Tama getting kidnapped, because I knew that's why Oda introduced her into this cover story. I was like, you about to kidnap Tama, ain't you?
Trauma. Character development.
Not old trauma.
Time for Yamato to prove herself.
Like, this is not even a real fight, Oda. Like, I feel y'all. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it too, y'all.
Yeah.
I'm
over it.
All right. First 2 pages.
They started heavy.
Dude, when I first read this, I was like, wait, what's going on? I had to go back. I had to go back because I thought maybe I messed up. I said, is this
missed
real?
Something. Yeah.
When I read these first 2 pages, I was like, man,
damn, it's gonna be
flashback pages.
It's gonna be one of those.
Oh no. Wasting my time.
What? You was mad?
Yeah, bro.
I mean, I was a little confused and a little bit mad because I thought we were going to be getting the same thing that we already got in the past.
Okay. Yes, I agree. I was there when it first happened. I said, okay, we kind of know this already. You trying to make me sad again?
I don't know. I just didn't want the flashback chapters. I was being selfish.
You was being selfish until you got to the end?
No, even when I got to, it doesn't matter. We'll save it.
All right, 22 years ago, the scene in Ohara, it chilled me to my spine. That was an atrocity. We see the ships blowing up. The evacuation ship, packed with innocent civilians, suddenly exploded and went down in flames. So we have Spandine here talking ish. To my dying day, I'll never forget the sounds of the screams that emerged from the fire. And Nico Robin did that? Not only that, but several other battleships were also sunk. She's a demon in the body of an 8-year-old girl. The government won't go into detail about the story. The truth is so shocking and brutal that it will traumatize children. And you see a bunch of government agents walking through the streets. If you see her, don't approach. Just tell the authorities. What? There's a criminal on the island. I met her. She had the eyes of a killer. This old lady, I'll slap her. Sorry.
Oh
She's got the. Don't be talking about my girl like that.
Yeah. You said that with your chest.
She's got the brain of a veteran scholar, but no human emotions to go with it. Meanwhile, she's sitting here eating food out the trash from a dog.
Aww.
Look at that bounty. Grab your guns and let's hunt her down. Don't be fooled by appearances. Your mercy is wasted on her. Ooh! She uses freakish sorcery. Catch her as quickly as you can. I can't sleep at night knowing she's out there. I just wish she'd die already. Why can't the Navy hurry up and finish her off? She's a menace to the world. People are running around hunting her down. She's hiding in the corner. Yeep! She gets to a ledge thinking about hopping off of it. Then she gets a picture of her mother, Nico Olivia. Live, Robin! And she's just crying on the ledge.
Yeah. Listen, I'm not saying it's not sad. I'm just saying, like, we've seen this before.
He said, I'm not saying we're not. Here I am. My eyes are getting watery. What?
Bro, he's so heartless, bro. You're so heartless. I don't know why you're like this.
Oh my god.
I don't. Why are you like this, Danny? We need to unpack it. We need to unpack it.
I'm not the only one who's felt this way. I've already talked to other people, and we had the same thing. Bro, we just said that this was going to be like one of the last chapters of the year, and you're over here giving me flashback pages? Man, get to the main course. Let me see the meat and potatoes.
The meat and potatoes.
Okay.
Oda's trying to help us heal at the end of the year so we can go into the new year clean
man, these
and
are
fresh.
Filler pages.
Damn.
Yo, calling these filler pages is crazy.
Facts.
That's crazy.
We've already seen this. Can we just move forward?
Okay, in a sense, we already know that she went through stuff, but we never actually seen in detail how badly she was treated and hunted down. We've only heard of it.
They had to build up so that we could get what we get at the end of this chapter.
Sure, maybe they added a little bit more detail to the suffering, but we've definitely seen some of the suffering and betrayal from people through, like, in other arc flashbacks. And you know what? I wouldn't be so upset with this. I'm not upset. I really don't. I'm not deeping it that much. But like, if these didn't take away from the pages that we get in the chapter, like, we only get so many pages. I hate it when we get pages that are wasted on flashbacks. Like, we've already seen this.
Well, I'll put it this way. You are not the average One Piece fan, right? In regards to memory. You already have bad memory remembering more shit than me. When it comes to this series,
You saying I have bad memory, or I don't know what you're saying.
You have worse memory than me, but you have better memory than the average One Piece fan. Right? You don't believe so?
Well, no, I still don't. Are you saying
I'm trying to walk you into my point? You have worse memory than me. You have worse memory than me, but you have
generally.
Yes. Generally.
Okay, like generally speaking.
Yes, generally. But when it comes to One Piece specifically, I think you have a better memory than the average One Piece fan, right?
Okay.
Or One Piece reader.
Gotcha.
You're saying you're not better than me, but you're better than the average.
Gotcha.
Damn.
No, Corey's got a great memory. Man's eating his lion mane mushrooms.
Mel played the song so that he said you ain't shit. He said you top 3, but you're not 1 or 2. But I'm trying to get at is that most people genuinely don't remember the details. The average person.
I'm below the average.
Like, they don't remember details of exactly what happened with Robin. One of my boys proved, like, he's an anime only, and he was so confused that we were meeting Vegapunk for the first time that he confused Caesar Clown as meaning Vegapunk. Like, that's the average One Piece fan.
Okay, then I'm not below the average. I'm
Yes,
sorry.
you're not.
That's confusing.
Yeah.
What?
You get what I mean? So I think that this was needed, one, to prep you, because we're talking about writing, right? If you're trying to create a moment and build to a moment, these first 2 pages, because after this, we just get a bunch of shenanigans, which we know eventually. But you have to kind of earn that moment. And using this to show that, how else would you have gone about that? If it would have just happened, I don't think it would have hit the same for somebody who forgot, I guess.
Yeah. Totally get it. I got it. Listen, I know I'm the asshole here. It's okay. I didn't need these pages.
Tear them out.
Tear them out. All right, Danny, go ahead. You take this.
All right, here we got Saul in the flashback on his hands and knees. Listen carefully, Robin. You're all alone right now. But someday, without a doubt, you will meet friends. But Saul, I'm so scared. Everyone scares me. When it's unbearable, remember what I taught you. Just laugh like this. It's not here, Robin, looking in a book. Someone grabbing her. Hey, what do you think you're... Daddy, she. Ah, Robin screaming. And then here we see she's looking for O'Hara. I hear she travels from town to town, killing and robbing people. She lowers their defenses with her childish looks, then slits their throats in the night. It's insane. I just wish she'd die. Daddy, she... Stupid brat deserves to be dead in a ditch somewhere. Just go away forever. Daddy, she... Robin's doing her best to laugh like Saul. Here we're getting a flashback of the way he's laughing and her smiling, looking forward. Present day, elbaph, New World. Huh? A port on top of the tree? Are we on the sea or clouds? And then we have Dory screaming, ready to dock. This is the port of the Western Village. It's sea clouds. Welcome back, Captains. You took so long, we got worried. And then Brooke saying, why it simply beggars the mind. Everything is on a different scale. Robin saying, what a grand sight. People in the background going, wow. And then cutting back to Brogy, and they're here too. So yeah, that was really sad. Just her running away with the laugh thing.
I don't believe you. I don't even think you should. I don't even think you should be allowed to even talk about it.
I could taste the salt while you were reading that panel.
No.
Like the whole time he
salt
was
was the
reading it,
tears
I was like,
for my eyes.
I was like, he shouldn't even be allowed to read this shit. Let's just let you read now.
Salty. Oh my god, it is a good one though.
Yeah, like getting that moment, bro, that sad moment of like her looking for O'Hara on the map because they wiped it off the map and showing how grimy the government is. Just the daddy she running around. Like, I get it. I understand. You know this already, but people needed a refresher, bro.
No, I get it. It is really sad. And again, Oda added the more details, just reminding us how sad Robin's backstory is.
People may not forget, man. That Kuma backstory may have people forgot. Like, hey, before Kuma backstory, remember you had Robins.
And Trafalgar Laws.
Yeah.
I don't know why that backstory don't hit me that hard for some reason.
Dude, what?
I don't know.
Okay,
I don't know. I don't know why. I'm not saying it's bad.
Yeah.
I'm not. For some reason, it never really comes to my mind when I think of sad backstories. For some, I don't know why.
His village, then family got like basically murdered by the world government.
Didn't he have to hide in a pile of dead bodies so they wouldn't find him?
And he was about to die, obviously, and then got adopted into the Doflamingo gang, and Corazon saved him, and it like the whole backstory is insane.
And then his father and his sister die in a burning building.
Yeah,
like right in front of him.
Yo, I think it's a me problem. I think it's.
And then the thing that happens with Corazon, like everything that happens with Corazon, like fuck.
Facts. And then you see like Law crying in complete silence until like the com fruit dissipates because he's dead. Like what?
You know what I think it is? I think Oda made Law so fucking cool.
Oh, so we can't feel sympathy for him.
That I forgot. Like I forget. Like that bro has any trauma.
Huh.
I think that's. I don't have any other explanation because I'm saying y'all are right. Like I'm not saying the backstory isn't like crazy. Like I think it's extremely sad. But for some reason, when I think of Law, I don't usually think of that backstory for some reason. I don't know why.
It's because everything that happened on Dressrosa, probably.
It could be that. I think
And
about
maybe Punk
Dofi's
Dressrosa
backstory.
was very long. I mean, that's why I like him as a villain.
Yeah. But yeah, I think this is some good balance. I mean, it's pretty quick. We're coming off the sea clouds. Everybody's just starting to finally, meet up with each other. So things are moving. Oh God, I hate myself. English is hard.
English is hard.
All right, you want to take the next 2 pages?
Yep. So we got Luffy and Usopp super excited. Hey, you guys, look at this. Isn't it wild? Have an excited Robin and Frankie and Bonnie. Bonnie looks so cute with her star eyes. Her star eyes are giving Frankie, Chopper, Luffy starry eyes.
Yeah.
Yes.
We need a kid on the crew.
Yeah. Wow. What is that? It's Sfar? Is that how we want to pronounce it?
Sfar.
I'm going with that.
Yeah.
Creek, a mist ship that uses the buoyancy of the island clouds to sail. It's all amazing. How is this place so amazing? And then I guess you see the back shot of the village in the background as the ship is sailing through the sky.
Bro, once again, somebody just carrying the Sunny casually on another ship.
At least it's not lost.
Word.
Yes.
The climate on Elbaph is simply perfect. Island clouds, sea clouds, bubbles, rainbows, hovering. It can support all of these things, says Vegapunk. Or Lilith, but they're all Vegapunk. Straw Hat, Usoland, and friends. And this is Harajun saying this. I'm glad to see you here in Elbaph. I knew you changed your hair, Robin. Nami exclaiming to her as they join up in, I guess, the sun world. Haha, says Robin. I see you've been getting into the elbaph swing of things too. Excited Luffy. Good to see you again, Harajun. And it's Harajun and the new giant pirates all coming together with the straw hats in their hands. I've heard tell of all your exploits. You're an emperor of the sea now. That's the fleet captain we all look up to. I'll give the full introduction later, but for now, the 4 of us are the new giant pirates at your service. And you see Roto in the background saying 5. Nice to meet you, says Gerd. I said I didn't need you to follow me. Who cares? We'll do it anyway.
Yo, the Roto, whatever his fucking name is, like tied, like strung up in the background, going 5.
They got him looking like Jesus Christ over there, boy.
They were like, you don't belong to us anymore. Bye.
Yo, the fact that Luffy remembered Harajun's name is mind-boggling.
Bro, I was like, who is Luffy?
Yeah, Luffy, there have been aspects of Luffy that have been like a little bit out of characteristic, like in Elbaph so far, that I'm just like,
did bro grow up by accident?
Like, did Egghead make him like smarter? What's going on here?
I'm over here like
so much time around the Vegapunks.
I'm over here like, oh my God, is Luffy maturing? What? I was like, I don't know how I feel about that.
There has to come a time, right?
Should there? I don't know. I'm like kind of confused about it. But I think what's interesting with the mist ship, it definitely reminds me of how cloud technology or clouds have been used for flying, especially with Kaido and Momonosuke using flame clouds. So that's exactly what I thought of when I saw these. I was like, oh my God, like Oda low key has kind of been set that up with the whole like Momonosuke making the flame clouds and breaking that down to us, like making this a lot more easier to believe now too.
Yeah, easier to digest.
Yeah. Also, want to point. Oh, what you gonna say, Danny? Sorry.
No, I was gonna point something out. You go first.
No, go ahead. I just
gonna say like just seeing Bonnie so excited in all these panels of like her exploring with Luffy and the crew. Like I can only imagine what like the last like 2 years of her life has been. She got like attacked by Blackbeard, looking for her father Kuma, infiltrating Mary Joie. Like I feel like she's had such a stressful time that she hasn't really had a lot of time to like sit back and enjoy or take in any like wondrous adventures.
Yeah.
And so this is kind of like her first real adventure.
Yeah, she finally gets to be a kid. I was thinking that.
Yeah.
Like, even like
gets to finally act her age.
Yeah, because she was every other time we see. I mean, we didn't know that her age for so long, And it's like now with the Straw Hat, she's finally able to just be her. You know what I mean? Which makes me do like lean into the whole like maybe both Lilith and Bonnie does join. To kind of round it out, because I think Bonnie does add that extra element, like that kid on board when it comes to Nami's like loving nature when it comes to children. Even like Robin, like getting the Robin and Bonnie moments is the same way you get like how much Robin, like how she treats Chopper, because we all love those moments, and like I'm loving.
Or Momonosuke, but Momonosuke was a fucking weirdo with it.
Momonosuke was a weirdo though. See, like he met like you couldn't even like appreciate the gag.
Like join, I feel like it'd be in the same way as how Buggy and Shanks were part of like Goldie Roger Pirates. They were like there but not really there. I don't know if that makes any sense. Like they took care of them, but they weren't really like active in the pirating aspect. Boys. Right, exactly.
Yes, I agree. I think it's going to be the same thing there. So not technically like the 10th member of the crew, or like the 10th after that would join. Like maybe that could be Lilith in my head, but you know that shot from the last chapter made me be like, I like this. I like this crew as a lineup.
Yeah.
Especially balances out the Sausage Fest as the Straw Hat Pirates.
I agree.
I think that's kind of it here. I mean, I don't think there's anything else left on this page. So is it me after this?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oof. Man, it's a lot of words in this chapter.
Yes,
sir. You got this, bro. You want to take a sip of water?
My water ran out actually, so I just been sipping. Sipping. You ever do that when like your cup is clearly empty, but like you just sipping it just because it's like it makes at least I'm safe inside my mind.
Yes.
Sorry, SpongeBob reference.
I don't know.
All right, Hajridin. The news about how you beat Big Mom over in Wano made waves over here, and we never pay attention to the outside. Big Mom? I was friends with Lin Lin long ago, but she did something unforgivable to elbaph, as Sanji's still simping in the corner. We got Road still hung up in the back. Hey, you can catch up with them after a toast, Hajridin. First, let's eat and drink. And we just see a bunch of giants in the village. We see kids just all over the place, and I can't even. The Straw Hats are just in their hands. They're so small, bro.
Yeah, I can't even see them.
We've got a whole mountain of food, size for us. Gapapa. Coming to the pub. Like, woo, food. I'm starving. Yeah, I've been so amped that I'm running on empty. Hey, Luffy. The southwest of the Western Village. I can go on my own. Not gonna happen. I want to see this. Yeah, so do I. I'm just seeing the sights. Me too. Like, what?
These guys are funny.
These dudes are clowns, bro. Like, why they can't just like admit that they want to see it? I'm just seeing the sights. They just want to be chill guys. Dr. Saul wanted to show you the library, Robin. So we're taking you to the school below it. We see we got Gerd rowing them on this giant boat, and everybody just on different parts of Gerd's body at this point. Thank you for guiding us there, Gerd. It's my pleasure. It's a long trip. Listen, Robin, the thing about being a captain is you have to pay your respects to everyone who's helped out your crew. Like, when has bro gotten this mature?
Right? Yeah.
What? Where did you learn that? Like, even she's confused. It's the honorable thing to do. Duh. Oh, that's a good point. We can wait on the toast. Bring Saul back with you. In the meantime, I'll prepare that special mousse for you. Take your time, folks.
Yo, that mousse about to be so good.
I don't think I would ever eat mousse, bro. Is that a real thing? People eat mousse in real life?
I'm sure they do.
I'm sure they do. People eat deer.
Oh yeah, venison. It's gamey as hell. It's like, it's like a weird.
I'm not knocking
nobody.
I feel like mousse is not far off.
Yeah, I don't know.
If anything, it's probably tougher.
Yeah.
But what I found interesting here is that Gerd was in the middle of like talking about like, man, my friend Big Mom, and everybody's like, yeah, fuck that, let's have a party.
Nobody talks about that hoe.
Yeah, we don't care, bro.
I feel like they just had to remind us that, Big Mom and elbaph has beef, and all the shit that they've she's done to them.
Yeah.
It props Luffy up so much more, aside from the fact that he already had, Harjun like in the Grand Fleet.
Yeah.
Do we think Big Mom's gonna make an appearance?
Hell no.
Please, no more. No.
Let it.
I think so, guys.
I think we're gonna get a flashback.
No, I think Big Mom's gonna come
at
back.
one
Say
point,
that.
At one point, when does One Piece end, y'all? Like what?
No. At one point, do we stop seeing Big Mom?
Well, do we think Big Mom's dead?
You know, they really tried to make it seem like it, and I really wanted to believe it. But you want to know something? I just don't trust it.
Yeah.
I don't trust
don't
it.
think she. I think that there are so many signs that state that she's still alive.
Yes.
Big
Mom must have something else besides the soul fruit, because the way she keeps coming back is insane.
I like to take into account Oda's real life health when I think of these things, and I'm just like, don't need it for the story. It's just gonna add an extra 50 chapters for no reason.
Unless her story somehow is
if she gets
involved with
amnesia,
elbaph.
I mean,
I think we need to get a flashback though, because Lola was supposed to marry Loki, and I think with Loki's flashback, we'll probably get Big Mom and Lola in that.
I'm not sold on the idea yet, 100%, only because Oda straight up gave us Rocky Port in a SBS. So I'm of the belief that like it's SBS worthy, guys. It's not like full.
Really?
It's not full. Rocky
for
Port,
Loki.
Rocky
No.
Port,
for Big Mom is what you're talking.
Well, for Big Mom or even the Loki and Lola thing, that could be
no, I don't think so, man. Because I think it's gonna be part of his backstory, like him killing his father, them trying to make an alliance. I think those things were probably all happening at the same time.
Oh man. I think that I could believe. Now going into a Big Mom backstory, that I don't.
No. But I think they'll be built into like the backstory, like of Loki's backstory, and we'll get more understanding. Because even though we know Big Mom like royally screwed them over, I think there might just be a little bit more to know.
Okay, but you don't think Big Mom's going to come back into the story as like the current timeline?
I honestly don't want that.
Yeah, Daniel, you think that?
I think so. I think that her storyline could very much come into play, and maybe she could either be an ally of the Straw Hats or just some kind of barometer to show Luffy's growth.
That's just bad writing at that point. Like I don't want it.
Amnesia loss again.
I don't want it. Like if that happens,
I think people would be mad about that.
I'm not like I would be pissed. I'll be genuinely pissed.
I would trust in Oda that he would do it in a good way.
I'm
not saying she's going to be an ally. I'm saying like whatever role she plays forward. I'm saying in an ally in like the grand scheme of things, if they ever really have to go up against the world government, but not like besties or part of the Straw Hat Fleet.
Like that's not a definite. Like I said, I try to take into account how much longer Oda wants to make the story go. I don't just take into account of things that I just want to see. I try to think about, okay, how many chapters does this add? How long does he have to explain why this happened, and what is he gonna have to add for the story? Like I just think about the time. I'm always taking into account the time. We just seen it so many times where people have too many expectations within a series where you get disappointed, especially like with things like JJK and MHA recently ending, where I try to contain just my expectations. You know what I mean? I just think about how much longer is this going to make the story. Adding Big Mom is such a big piece to throw back onto the chessboard after everything we just went through. Yeah. And we know confidently Luffy's not really beating Big Mom 1-on-1. You know what I mean? Or Kaido, like solo. He ain't there yet.
That. Luffy never. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
He was like, not going.
I mean, that's why the question mark is over his head when Harjun mentions it, because he really wasn't involved in it. It was all Law and Kid.
Yeah, it was everybody else and their mother. He was like, I ain't had nothing to do with that shit.
He was like, huh? Big Mom?
And then look at Kid under the sea, one-shotted.
Under the sea. I wonder if he's on elbaph.
You think he just like got swept to elbaph?
Yeah, washed up on shore.
I also just hope he's just dead.
Huh?
Kid,
that would be crazy if Kid was dead.
Why would that be crazy? He died.
No, I feel like there's something that Kid has to do.
Maybe he's in the under.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
He did do something. He showed us that Shanks was him.
No, I think I like I like Mel's idea that he might be in the under. And that might be like his training arc. He might have to like fight a bunch of the animals and stuff.
Dude, if Kid is in the under chained up again like in Wano,
No, not chained
I
up.
don't think
just
he's
like,
chained up. He's just there.
Oh God. I don't know. I'm a Kid hater, so like I'm just like, just keep him out. Just get rid of him. We don't need him. He adds nothing, bro. We have our final pieces of the chessboard. Let's just focus on those. And then Gerd, I like the fact that like Gerd is like kind of just taking everybody around the crew, and then we get like another.
I mean, she just said that she loves little humans. I think we're gonna see a lot of her.
Gerd for Straw Hat.
No, but no. I think it's one, she loves little humans, and two, I think this is Oda's way of adding a new beautiful woman, and now she's giant.
Now she's giant, so we could just throw bodies on her, literally.
For people who like really tall women.
Well, like Gerd and Shirahoshi.
Oh my God, the Shirahoshi hive is questionable. I don't want to even Vanderdeckers. But I also, once again, I'm just a sucker for like the Bonnie and Nico Robin, like
those things are cute.
Those like the big sister, little sister like moments, like the fact that Oda like continues to like keep on pairing them. I really really like it.
That's great.
All right, next pages.
Page. All right, I think this is me. Usopp saying, warriors have to study hard too. Dr. Saul mostly teaches classes on history and various books. That's the Warrior Spring, and right by it is the Owl Library. Here we're seeing like a tree house that's, got a waterfall going right through it. A spring, it looks like a beach. Yeah, it's a sandy beach because by part of the tree becoming fossilized and eroded. It doesn't have tides, but the waterfalls from the spring cause waves to lap up on the shore. It's an ocean. Okay, let's go find him. Then we can take Saul back to the pub. Nami's holding Luffy by the face. Stop! This is Robin's moment. Robin starts to pull away from the group, walking forward, holding her chest. My heart is racing. Someone's running. Oh, no! Oh, no! It's Dr. Saul! He's fallen and he won't get up. Someone call Life Alert. What? Are you kidding me? We just got here. We're coming for a reunion 22 years in the making, and this happens now? I'm a doctor. I'll handle this. Where's the patient? This is your time to shine, Chopper. We're counting on you. Hey, over there. He just fell over and... some guy's pointing to some body that just washed up on shore. Robin's walking up, laughing. Oh, you fool. Don't say that. The poor guy's sick. It'll be fine. Let me go on my own. You all stay here. Huh? But are you sure, Robin? Robin! I got all nervous for nothing. Robin walks away towards the body. So, what are we thinking here? Is your emotions
what are you thinking?
It's a little bit.
We want to hear what you got to. We want to hear what you got to say.
No, I like how Oda's throwing in like these tidbits of comedy here. That treehouse looks crazy. What's the Airbnb price there? What's it rent for a night?
I mean, I felt like it was giving me the O'Hara tree, like near the lake or in the lake.
Yeah.
That's the first thought that I had. I was like, maybe he built this out of like, remembrance of them.
Yeah. It looks it looks huge.
Yeah, Oda basically just made up his own reasoning for putting a beach here. He just wanted to find some reason for a beach to just randomly be around, just so we can kind of get this reenactment of what's about to happen with Saul.
Well, why would it have to be on a beach?
Because like
he got washed up onto O'Hara on the beach.
Oh,
because you don't remember and you had to see the backstory before, and they showed it. They showed it.
See it. We did. Where? Let me see.
You want to go back?
I am going back.
Look, see, he forgot. Look.
Are you talking about the first 3 pages of this chapter?
Yes.
Where did it show him washing up to the island on the beach?
His body's on the beach. Is that not there? Oh, this is him saying goodbye. Sorry, I was thinking about the wrong moment when he was saying goodbye to her.
Yeah, it's not in this thing. You have to recall that.
But is it? How do we know it's on a beach?
What? The backstory? Like when the original Hara backstory?
Not this backstory, but yeah, when we first get introduced to Robin's backstory, he washes up on a beach.
Yeah. That I now remember because you reminded me. But we didn't get in those first 3 pages, so.
Well, it's a good thing I reminded you, and you forgot anyway. And
you have such a good memory.
Yeah, that's what happens when you're top 3, but not 2 or 3. But but yeah, Luffy was fiending here. Like I thought that was funny that Nami just pulled him back because he was about to just mess the whole vibes up.
His face.
Yeah.
Read the room, my guy. But when I was reading this the first time, Robin walking up, son, it's like it got silent for me, even though it was only me in the room. So, what'd you think about this stuff, Mel?
I mean, I really enjoyed like the reenactment. I find it really funny how they're all getting angry in the background on her behalf. Like, save the guy. What's going on here? I think you start to see how not only Robin was like waiting for this moment, but because everyone has been so involved in saving her, the people who are so involved in saving her and know her backstory, they're in the feels too.
Yeah, and also like you're talking about something that manga chapter wise from 2005 was when this backstory happened. So like them saying we're coming for a reunion 22 years in the making. Yeah, man, you gotta put some bravado.
It's actual time too for us.
Yeah, what's 2005 was how many years ago? Shit, 19 years ago?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we get to feel Proxy the same way the Straw has a feeling. So this random person screaming out of nowhere is like, yo, stop killing the vibes. But yeah, Chopper here, Sanji here, who else? Usopp. They all just freaking out. I think it's cute stuff. And just man, get into this. Like at first I really thought something was wrong with bro. I really thought like
same.
And even when she said I got all nervous for nothing, like I started thinking about it and I'm like, oh, this is how they met.
Yeah.
This is good stuff. So who has the next two pages, Mel?
Yeah.
Yep. All right.
We see Saul laid down on the beach.
Face down, ass up.
Yeah. And we see his face kind of grimacing. I guess he's trying to peek up and Robin's just quiet. Growl. More silence from Robin. Seems like she's unfazed. And he goes, pff, pff. Did it she, did it she. How's that? Did I shock you? What a shocker. And it's a flashback of Robin when she was 8 to now when she's 30. And he's just like, Robin, did it she. But you're not a kid anymore. Sorry, I wasn't sure how I should greet ya. Ha ha ha. And you still have that silly laugh, says Robin. I thought this was just really cute.
Dude, just her looking up at him. I'm like, oh, finally something good is happening to my girl. She's been through things. 3 Buster calls. 3 Buster calls to get to this moment.
Guinness World Record.
A lot of pain. I'm glad she cut her hair.
Yes, it's so cute.
Oh yeah, the bangs was old. I didn't even know I needed the bangs back until it happened. I was like, oh.
I agree.
Yeah, the other hairstyle she had, obviously, I feel like Oda did it to like age her the 2 years for the gap. Yeah. Right? She really did look her age that way, but now she looks like she's kind of like in her mid-20s again. Yeah.
I think that maybe definitely what led to her kind of her and Nami looking like clones a little bit. Boa Hancock got a bigger forehead, but but Robin hair pulled back, the forehead could almost look Boa Hancock-esque.
Yeah.
But this is cute stuff, man. This is nice. So I think next page is me.
You.
Damn. More words.
Keep losing track. More words. Oh damn! How I can get in the words? Daddy, she. Yup. Still don't know how to laugh. Now, let me get a good peek at you. Wow, that's kind of wicked out of context.
A little pause.
I'm like, ooh. Why? Look how lovely you are now. You remind me of Ovia. You're just like her. Huh? And then we get a title card, Saul, former Navy HQ Vice Admiral, saved Robin's life. Like my mother, we cannot give up on the future of the world. You will understand someday. You got her gentle eyes, Robin. Anyway, did you hear Vegapunk's message? Also, I want to point out Saul is missing a leg. Just got the peg leg on deck. Bunch of scars on him. I was there on the island, but I couldn't really make it out. I had to learn about it from the paper. Well, when he said, history is told by the winners, those words came from O'Hara. If they were left to be buried in history, they would have vanished without being heard. The scholars of O'Hara sent out their voices, and Vegapunk's a scientist. He doesn't speak on good and evil, but he gave his life to pass those voices on. It's a huge step forward, made possible by O'Hara's and Vegapunk's sacrifices. I'm sure it means big change for the future. Yes. Your sacrifice too, as Robin rubs his burned scar. Does it hurt? Shh. Daddy Shishi. Bet you can't believe I made it, huh? The next thing I knew, I was drowning in the sea. And then we get a flashback of when Saul was falling to the sea after he got turned to ice by Aokiji. I guess the flames on the island melted the ice and dropped me in. I didn't find out you were still alive until a bit later. And the things they were saying about you, oh, it made me so mad. So I have to shout that old lady.
Damn.
Wow.
So how do you feel about this?
I think it's yeah. I mean, it's a really sweet moment to see them like reconnect again after so long. You know, he's just like telling her everything that's been going on, talking about Vegapunk's message. I think the fact that he's like reminding her of her mom is really sweet.
Yeah, agreed. I mean, I like his call back to O'Hara and just their sacrifices that they made. And then it adds to why they added those panels in the beginning, so that him mentioning like the things that they said about her is kind of like fresh in mind. But overall, like the messaging, just reiterating the importance of like what their sacrifices has established, and that important message that of what do you say? History is told by winners.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like, you know, it's going to probably foreshadow maybe a couple more things to come with that saying.
Well, it's something that's been said from even going into Marine 4. Like, Doflamingo's really the first person to really give us that speech. Like, the whole justice will prevail speech. So who's right and who's wrong really just depends on who becomes justice.
Right.
So it's something that was echoed then, being echoed even more now by a scientist. And I like the fact that they kind of took into perspective, like, yeah, he really wasn't trying to preach to nobody. He was just spitting facts.
Right.
Do we think Saul is the man with the burn scar?
No. Bless you.
Bless you.
That'd be too easy. I feel like that'd be too easy.
Oh no,
I don't think
why not?
I don't think it is.
It seems too simple for something that like Oda has been kind of like alluding to for a while. I don't think it's him.
And also, the man with the burnt scar has a black ship and like sails around the seas and can manipulate currents.
Yeah,
So,
it's
like,
not him.
Saul doesn't seem to be out here on a ship like on the daily. And what means would he have to cause whirlpools and stuff?
Well, it could be like a science thing that's causing it, right? And it seems like
I know
Saul...
they say Dr. Saul, but I don't think that man's
It's
that
like,
smart.
Yeah, I think it's more like philosophy, history, doctor in that sense, not Vegapunk doctor science-wise.
Okay.
Agreed.
All right. Yeah, I mean, I think it's easy to choose Saul as of now as a proxy. But I'm interested to see who it would be. Like, I think it could be Rox. It's still the man with the burn scar.
Sure.
But Oda didn't bring up the man with the burn scar until the end of Wano. So it ain't been like the most like the longest lingering thing. So him kind of introducing that at the end of Wano and then right away talking about Saul's alive, which like I get it. If I'm gonna be honest, I don't really love the idea that Saul is alive. But I love it for Nico Robin.
Okay.
So you're gonna let it slide?
Yeah, I'm letting it slide because of the execution of this chapter. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't know how Oda was about to really go. I didn't know if he's gonna drag this out and we're gonna have to wait a while for them two to meet back up. I didn't know how he would make it play out. But I was just kind of like, that feels kind of cheap. You know what I mean? The one thing we did hold sacred is that if you're dead in the backstory, usually you dead, but we didn't see a body, so there's no confirmation. So that was kind of always up in the air. But how Oda executes this is lovely for me.
With Vegapunk's backstory of him visiting O'Hara, obviously I think like Saul has the remaining books that he was able to salvage. So I think this also had to serve as an opportunity for Robin to probably gain any knowledge that she may have missed while living on O'Hara because she was too young to read like all of those books.
Yeah. Yeah, she did kind of think need Saul. Well, not Saul specifically, but something connected to O'Hara. And what else was it going to be?
Yeah.
Danny, what do you think?
I was gonna say I'm glad that we got that little explanation that the flames of the island melted the ice, and then he kind of just like fell into the ocean, because that's what a lot of people justified on how he survived. So it's good to get clarification on that.
Yeah. Especially because, like, we know that just getting turned to ice by Aokiji is not going to be what ends you, because Aokiji turned our whole crew into ice, and all they did was throw them in a bathtub, and they were fine.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
It took him a while, but
it took him a while.
good.
And he didn't even finish off Garp.
Yeah.
Could have easily did that. So bro can't even be trusted to finish the job anyway. Velicor left a comment. Kid could be used to show why you don't linger in elbaph. As a dead body, as a corpse, or you mean that he's old now? Not sure there.
Also, I don't think Kid's been there that long for there to be any
he
major
just
effects.
had unfortunate luck running into Shanks, and him trying to strike up beef with Shanks before, and then it's like, you're here. All right, let's deal with this.
Time to play myself.
Maybe the shadowy figure that we saw at the end of the last chapter might be the example that we're shown as to why you don't stay in elbaph for too long.
Okay.
Interesting there. So last 2 pages is Danny?
Yeah, let's do it. Of course I get the last 2 pages.
Actually, no, I'm taking it away from you. Mel, you could have the last 2 pages.
No, Danny could do it. You could do it, right?
I won't contest. It doesn't matter.
All right, I don't mind. All right, so it's Robin silently closing her eyes, smiling. I don't want to talk about the bad things. Instead, Saul, I want to hear nice things about how I survived, hence the name of the chapter. Dereshishishi.
Notice me,
no
senpai.
Kidding. A tiny child like you on the run from the entire world? Oof, he hugs her. Yeah, that must have been a rough hug.
All that beard.
Facts. Bless you for being alive, Robin. 22 whole years. Bless you for surviving. Bless you for coming to see me. And she's just smiling so sweetly and blushing. And we see another backflash of Robin crying as a child. Why do I have to live anyway? Mother, Professor, Saul, I just want to die. I just want to die. I missed you so much, Saul. I missed you too. And everyone's just like crying in the background, except for Jinbei, Zoro, and Luffy's just smiling.
Oh, God.
And Danny.
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 Yo, you want to be Zoro so bad, bro.
I'm on my edgelord streak.
Oh my God.
But I will say that panel of everyone bawling their eyes out is so funny.
It's funny, but it's also nice. I didn't expect Sanji to be doing the muffled cry.
Oh, that was so sweet.
Oh yeah, bro. That's him hitting the lighter in Whole Cake Island real quick. He's like,
yes.
Yo, Frankie is just screaming at the
my boy's emotionally intelligent. He always.
The saliva coming out of the side of his mouth.
Because he the first one to hear Nico Robin backstory, so he that's Robin right there, bro.
Yeah, that's actually true. He was part of the whole Inislavi crew.
Yeah, because he was on the train when they was on the train together, so he didn't really know her deal. So that's the reason why he found out oh, you guys are the fucking best.
Jinbei Zoro just so stoic, and obviously Luffy's just happy for her, so I understand why he's not crying. But not seeing Zoro and Jinbei's expressions, they're just stoic as hell.
Thank God, I'm glad they didn't show us. No,
just simple smile.
Jinbei's probably just I'm happy to be here.
Everybody should be crying right now. This is the happiest thing to happen in One Piece, and who knows how long.
Jinbei is too new to cry.
He just got here.
I am surprised that Luffy's not crying, though. Honestly, that is a little strange.
I mean, I think Luffy realizes that this is a moment of joy. They're coming together, and I don't think he sees it as a moment to cry. Whenever Luffy actually cries, it's awful sadness. I don't think we've ever seen him cry out of joy.
Yeah, I've never seen him. I never crying out of joy is definitely out of character. He'll let out like a pity cry, like, "Oh my god, I can't believe that you lived through that. I can't believe you didn't eat for this many days," like some dumb shit like that.
Yeah.
But like for this, like you said, yeah, I believe like this is a great moment. Like when Robin hits the "Notice Me, Senpai," I was just like, this is what One Piece is all about, bro. This is why I was glazing, bro. Because
finally a moment I'm not crying because somebody's about to die.
Because something sad's not how I was like, this is. I have nothing but happiness, and you don't get that often. It's been a while, bro. Like,
yeah, it's cathartic.
So bless you for being alive. 22 years. Yeah. Bless you for surviving. Bless you for coming to see me.
Honestly, yo, that bottom. Sorry, what?
Oh no, I was gonna say honestly, it just felt like a whole prayer happening right there. It's very emotional.
That bottom left panel with Luffy smiling, I keep thinking that he's got like gauges in his ears.
Because
I'm crying.
Throwing me off.
Bro got the gauges.
I'm dead.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a really sweet chapter.
For me, this straight bias, I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
Like for me, it's a 10 out of 10. The reason
10 out of 10.
It's a 10 out of 10 for me. Because
Corey was saying this is a top 5 chapter of all time.
I think it's a top 5 chapter of all time. In regards to writing, right. I think that
you know the glaze he was talking about before.
Bro, listen, let me explain. Let me explain why I think it's a top 10. For me,
no, not top 10. You said
top 5. Sorry. I correct myself. I'm standing on top 5.
10 out of 10, top 5.
I think it's a top 5 because of one, even though you don't like what the beginning 2 pages, I think treating this chapter as a full like just story and wrapping it all up, the reunion in one chapter, I think that was just a genius idea to do the build up, starting from something really, really sad to get you to remember things and deciding to go into a regular Straw Hat moment. A bunch of moments without also jumping around, because Oda does this thing where he's just jumping from different groups. So he also made sure he has all the Straw Hats together. So we're not seeing one group do one thing, one group do another. Everybody's just together the whole time, right? We're not having our focus completely shifted to being like, okay, what part of elbaph are we in now? Because he does that a lot. So I think the fact that he took the time to do that in this chapter, leading up to all the slow moments, he didn't even rush into the reunion. Him putting the prior things of us not realizing why Saul was falling, because I thought, like, goddamn, is this guy sick? And then also getting a realization like, oh, he was practicing to do this whole time, the same way Nico Robin was prepping to meet him again to get those bangs. Like, I just think everything that led to this point, to just these final chapters, that's just people crying, which is massively done. I think the dialogue, the way it was written, the way they're communicating, it's just so much tension that I was just like, I just wanted a win for my girl. She hasn't gotten a good fight all time skip besides Black Maria. They haven't done shit with her. She didn't do shit in Egghead Island. She was incapacitated, and it's just like the moments he's deciding to give her, instead of it being moments of, oh, hype moment, hype fight, like with that doesn't hit the same for me as this hit. Like, I'm like, oh, I am happy for a character, like genuinely, and that's why I think that's what makes it a top 5 for me, because the emotions evoked from it, the build up, the time. We're talking about them referencing 22 whole years, and for us, it's 19 years if you read it as soon as it came out. Mm-hmm. Like, you have to earn this reunion to impact this way. I'm done glazing.
I think taking the time aspect of it in real time, like if someone were to like read this, continuously, they might not have that same effect. And for that reason, I would probably give it, I'd probably give this chapter like a 9 out of 10 for me. Because you're right in every other aspect. This goes without saying, I definitely don't think it's a top 5 chapter of all time. But I would say it's a 9 out of 10 for sure. I may not have been like, oh, this broke me, like I'm not going to go to that extreme, but 100%, like this was an emotional chapter. The buildup was crazy. You know, and like you said, like Robin hasn't had many great moments post time skip. So having this moment, honestly, everyone's saying Usopp, like that's elbaph is his arc, but shit, it's Robin's arc right
Robin's
now.
arc right now.
Clearly.
She got a haircut. She met up with Saul. Like
she about to get the last poneglyph.
Yeah, man.
This is
Elbaph
not an
Robin's
Usopp arc.
Oh
So,
man,
great chapter.
that would be sad. You know, if Usopp doesn't get his comeuppance in this arc, I don't know. I would feel upset. But yeah, I agree.
He might still, but I'm lowering my expectations.
I am too. I honestly have fully given up on Usopp. I have no hope for that child anymore.
Damn.
Okay.
Damn.
I just like do what you want with Usopp, Oda. It's all right. I've given up hope. Yeah, I can agree with 9 out of 10. I definitely also cannot say top 5, but if you would have asked me top 5 like emotional moments in One Piece,
yeah,
I would add that to that. You know, maybe top 10. I don't know, because there's a lot of emotional moments in One Piece.
Yeah,
agreed.
You know what it is. What I found about One Piece chapters, a lot of times there's half a chapter is like trying to tell one thing, and then the other half is another.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, I think in regards to, I'm saying like written chapter, like this is just a good all the way through written chapter focusing on one thing. I just think that everything was just perfect for me. Like I don't, there's nothing I could be able to change. You know what I mean? And how the direction of this chapter went, which I could find myself for other 10 out of 10 chapters have been carried by some shock value, or hype fights, or like a hype transformation. And like that doesn't necessarily make it great writing to me. Like the whole chapter was written well. It just means you made a great moment.
Okay, I can understand that. I mean, shock value is my whole reason why I have gripes with JJK. But anyway, but yeah, I I thought it was overall like good chapter, very emotional. I definitely like bawled my eyes out this afternoon. I felt the tears like while we were reading through this. My eyes were looking a little bit glassy, but we made it through it. But I enjoyed it. I think this is like a good option. I mean, moment for like lead up to properly learn more things, see what's in that library that Saul has. I don't know if it's going to be the next chapter, and I think Danny, you are right. We're probably getting one more chapter because I'm seeing like 22nd is the next chapter.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, it's gonna be one more chapter this year. This isn't the final chapter of the year.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be nice that like it drops on the weekend of Jump Festa, so whatever Oda has to say at Jump can be like a little bit related to what we see in the last chapter of this year.
Yeah, I mean, for me, even if this was the last chapter of the year, like I said, overglazing, I'm like, this is just a happy chapter. This would be a great way for all the shenanigans that has gone on in this year in real life.
Yeah.
This would be a great, like, just a happy moment to be like, this was good. This is just good stuff.
If it ended this way, I think it's like an appropriate way to end the year. But like, you know, I'm very curious how we're going to end the year now with the next chapter.
Yeah. Let's see. We got some comments from Velicor. I saw someone say Saul is the only person who would be able to tell Robin you look just like your mother. Any other person who knew Ovia was dead or against Robin. Also, Luffy meeting Saul like Ace met Shanks. Yes, that's also a very similar. You know, Ace did the same thing when he met up with when he wanted to go look for Shanks so they thank him. So I think they both got that similar into them.
Yeah. Okay.
That's very true. That's really sweet.
I mean, between these two chapters, and I'm gonna shout out my husband because we were talking about it this morning. He personally just thinks that both of these chapters are just a foreshadowing that Luffy and Shanks are gonna meet soon.
Yeah.
Like this arc?
I don't know. That's what we talked about. I'm like, do you think it's this arc or the next arc? Because next arc, I can see it. This arc, I'm very curious, like how they're going to squeeze that in if it's this arc, because they've been dropping Shanks' name a lot, obviously because he was there recently. But where did he go? You know, timelines are a little bit fuzzy with Egghead.
Yeah. The last place they were at was like the Bartolomeo situation, I think, and we don't even know exactly when that took place.
Timelines are fuzzy. Timelines are really fuzzy.
I think the one thing that we can hold on to is that Shanks had Dory and Brogy's help when taking out Kid's crew and the ship. And then when Dory and Brogy went to Egghead to pick up Luffy, he literally said, Captain ordered us to come pick you up.
But I think that's
And
when Shanks went and ran into
Bartolomeo.
Bartolomeo.
Yeah. Like that's the timeline is what I'm saying. Like that's the closest thing to a timeline that we can get.
I don't think Shanks's crew is here right now. I think that I think they would come back maybe, if anything.
Yeah, I think maybe some conflict's gonna arise with Loki or that shadowy figure that we saw in the last chapter. And then because Mel, I don't know if you know, my theory is that in this arc, again, Shanks is the antagonist. I'm not villain, he's the antagonist of this arc in the way that, you know, Luffy and him are gonna have a Davy back fight because one of Luffy's goals on his checklist is having a crew that's better than Shanks's. And what better way to do that through a Davy back fight? And that's how Loki gets involved somehow, because clearly Loki has some beef with Shanks. Maybe he wants like revenge or whatever it is, but he'll participate too. So
I'm a fan of the 4-way. I'd like to take it further and take it to the 4-way Davy back fight.
4-way? What are we talking?
The 4 emperors.
What? How?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think there's time for that in this arc.
Well, you know what?
Well, not this arc. I think that would be the final fight. The final fight won't be a fight. It'll be a Davy back fight.
No.
Between all 4 Yonko crew.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. No,
I'm just saying. Listen,
because again, like we're not gonna have 2 more Davy back fights in the series.
No, I think there's only gonna be one.
I think that being between Luffy and Shanks, narratively speaking, would make more sense than a 4-way Davy back fight.
Just saying, I could see Buggy doing it. Buggy would be down with a Davy back fight.
Blackbeard, no, I don't think so. Well, Buggy, yeah, but Teach, I don't think so.
Demon Tom, he might, I don't need to fight. I don't need to fight Shanks, and I don't want to fight all these guys. That's too much for me. I could do a Davy back fight and cheat.
Besides, a Davy back fight, the only point is to like acquire either like a crewmate or treasure from another crew,
or make your crew disband.
The final fight.
That's true.
What?
Or make your crew disband, or it could be a Davy back for the One Piece.
I'm gonna tell you right now, if Blackbeard for some reason took Robin or Frankie or Nami, like won them in a fight, they're not going with him.
Well, I don't think it's for members of the crew. It could be for the One Piece. Like they could all be there.
And bro, they're not playing games for the One Piece.
I don't think so.
They're not playing games for the One Piece.
Just saying.
Shanks at least isn't. You might be right about Buggy and Luffy, but Shanks is gonna be like, "What are you talking about, bro? I'm gonna hit you with that divine departure. Get out of my face."
Do you think Shanks would have static right away? You don't think he would dick around with Luffy?
Not for the One Piece.
So I think Shanks would be serious if he sees like Luffy has gotten this strong. I don't think Shanks would fuck around. He'd take Luffy seriously, like out of respect.
Okay.
In a Davy back fight, I think. I just don't think that Shanks would do it for the One Piece or
no. In
a 4-way. That's
I don't think for the One Piece. No.
I think that these guys are so. I don't know. I know I'm wilding. Like I know I'm wilding, and I know people will not like if that's what happened. But I would not be surprised if we get a 4-way Davy back fight. Right. It would be crazy. I think it would be hilarious. I can see Shanks agreeing to that with Luffy. I can see Buggy doing it because he don't want to actually fight and then pissing Crocodile Mihawk off. And I can see Blackbeard being like, well, I can't necessarily fight all these motherfuckers. So I'm down for the Davy back.
I don't know. You know, post time skip, we haven't really been getting that humor like that. I think we had the liberties pre time skip because it wasn't go time yet. I don't think the story has the liberty for that right now.
Okay, I understand. Listen, I'm dreaming, right? I'm dreaming.
Stay dreaming.
Yeah. But thank you, Mel, for joining us to do 2 chapters. I know this was a longer stream, so we thank you for taking the time. Sorry if we held you up for anything.
No, it's good. No, thank you for having me again. And for anyone who's still watching, make sure you like the stream and, you know, come back for the next one.
Oh, are you reading Kagurabachi by chance?
Of course I'm reading Kagurabachi, man.
Love that.
Okay.
Have you guys read the latest chapter?
I didn't read
Not today.
Yet.
Not today. So we do want to start doing Kagurabachi streams on the channel. We are gonna. I just caught up recently, and we're waiting for Kimmy to catch up. So we would obviously love to have you on for some because There's not a lot of people talking about Kagurabachi as a group on the internet.
It's already like getting an anime adaptation. My mind is blown. Like obviously I think it's going to be 2026, but like the fact that they announced it with 59 chapters, I'm like, wow.
Well, studios were just fighting over it. They didn't want to lose out on the opportunity.
I know.
I honestly
was so hyped.
It's going to be the end of 2026.
I believe that. No, I believe that because there's not enough chapters at this point.
Yeah.
And obviously the pace is like net breaking. But I will say once you guys read the latest chapter, if you know the mangaka is a big fan of John Wick, which is what helped inspire him to create like Kagurabachi, I think we're going into a John Wick arc.
Oh,
just from the vibe of the last panel. When you see the last panel, you understand what I'm saying.
I didn't know that John Wick inspired him, but like Corey just said, like you could tell.
Yeah, it's OD. I have been pleasantly surprised because Danny has stayed up to date from it when we started. I read the first 3 chapters a year ago when they came out, and then I just said okay because I've never actually read a manga as it was starting and going ever. So like when it first like started, I've never done that once. So Kagurabachi would have been my first a year ago, but I only read the first 3. But like Danny's been like raving about it for the most part. So when I caught up over the past month, was it 2 months ago now? I can't remember time. I'm like, oh, this is good shit. I was like, oh, I was sleeping. Like, this is good writing. This is good fights. Like, granted, none of the characters are cute, so I know it's going to have, like, a market where, like, people are going to be like, I don't like the character designs.
A lot of people don't like the art style.
But they're edgy.
Yeah.
Edgy don't sell, bro.
It gives it,
I don't know. In a Hot Topic,
it does. Vibe. It gives it the noir vibe that it's supposed to give. Like, it being inspired like from John Wick, you could see it like you said, but I think it contributes to the way the art style is. And his art style has improved over time. Like if you read it from beginning to now, it's improved 100%. Tremendously.
100%. Okay. I think it matches the tone for sure, but I'm always thinking about mass appeal success, right? So I don't think that this will be able to, because of the character designs, reach like the same appeal as like a Demon Slayer, or just because of the character designs, like merchandise.
I don't know. There's a lot of people that read it. I don't know where you guys read your stuff. I read my stuff on Manga Plus, and like where it ranks every Sunday is like top 3. You know, every Sunday it's trending top 3 with One Piece and Sakamoto Days.
Yeah,
I usually read on Viz, so I don't.
Yeah,
I don't think they have rankings.
I'm more speaking for the casual anime fan, I guess. Like sometimes that when there's no merchandising and things like that, easily merchandisable characters, like plushie type like stuff, like posters, like
I can understand that.
Like for Kimmy, like Kimmy's going through it, and Kimmy's like, she's like, I can't even ship anybody because I don't really care.
No. There's no shipping here. This is all about like death, and death.
Yeah, seriousness.
And if you enjoy that, then you know this is for you. But if you're here to like ship people and you want to see balance of like genres, this is no balance of genres. This is like this is pure revenge story. You get what you get, and nobody lives.
I've equated Chihiro's backstory to the Naruto swings. We see them. Yo, bro. We see if they flash to that shit one more time, like in the manga. I'm like, like these are literally the Naruto swings. They just every 2 chapters.
What part in the manga?
What do you mean? Every 2 chapters they show Chihiro's backstory. This is just like when my dad died. This is just like when my dad died. This is just like when my dad died.
He's super emo. But I mean, we have to balance him out because as an 18-year-old, he's too fucking stoic, man.
Yeah. Hakuri's my goat.
I like him. I like his character a lot. I really can't wait to see how he advances with his sorcery. I think it's like him being able to use like another.
Well, don't say the powers. Don't say the powers yet, just in case we spoil for somebody. I like the purpose.
I like the dynamic that they have, and I think they're going to grow well together. We'll see if there's going to be a 3rd edition to this dynamic duo, but like I said, this dynamic duo killing it right now.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like there's no core crew so far. Obviously, it's only 59 chapters, but I think the mangaka is doing that intentionally.
Yeah.
He doesn't seem to have any like pull for specific characters except for Chihiro, which is his main character. And even for him, it's questionable.
Yeah. Yeah, word. I don't know. I mean, I didn't read today's chapter, so I don't know yet. We got to see. That would be gangster if he did what he did. But Mel, before we close out, do you have any manga that you recommend anybody pick up right now?
That's a really great question. What am I or have I been reading? So I am gonna start. I read the first 2 chapters for the summer. Hikaru died.
Mm-hmm. I never
I
heard
don't
of that.
know.
Oh, the anime
Okay.
is coming out, right?
Yeah, the anime is coming out in the summer, which is absolutely genius considering it's about the time when he died over the summer. But it's fucking eerie as shit. It's creepy.
Really?
Yeah, I don't really do horror. I like suspense. I don't mind suspense, but the art style is like a little bit too humanistic and realistic. It's creepy.
The summer Hikaru died?
Yeah, the summer Hikaru died. So that one I think is like really interesting. Some other people that I'm reading with that I need to catch up with, they said like was absolutely brilliant, illustration wise, story wise, and voiced concerns about sleeping at night. So I think I'll be reading this during the
Jesus.
daytime.
Okay. Interesting.
Jesus. All right. Well, be sure to check that out, y'all. Danny, I'm sure you'll read it because you read a lot of manga. So
Yeah, she's piqued my interest. I'm looking at the art style now, and it looks really good.
The sirens in the
Right?
background are crazy.
Right? The art style is like absolutely insane. The way that they draw the facial expressions, the way that they draw the eyes and stuff like that, it's
Yeah,
unparalleled.
it's super realistic.
All right. Well, since Danny's sirens is blaring, so that means that we should probably get off this stream. Thank you, Mel, for taking the time to do this again and yapping with us and going through some One Piece. Danny, thank you again for taking the time as always as well. You know, even though this is your podcast too.
I mean, thank you for taking the time to host.
Oh, thank you. Look at that. Just thank yous all around. It's I think it's been a good year for One Piece. I think we had a good year. I'm excited where we're gonna get to finish
Stellar
off this year. But everybody check out the stream. Thank you again for that. Make sure you like the video. Leave a comment after the fact if you're catching this. Let us know your thoughts on chapters 1132. Make sure you guys subscribe and follow Mel on all social platforms. We do have our info in the bio. And on that note, y'all, enjoy your life.